Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And happy Sunday to you all. Another episode of Legends and Liquor. Happy Mother's Day if you're over in the UK. A little bit of a quieter week this weekend as everybody seems to be occupied showing love to their mothers of the world, and rightly so. Shout out to my mother, who is definitely not watching this now. I don't even know if she knows I have a YouTube channel, to be quite frank. But happy Mother's Day all the same to everybody. Hope everyone is well. Today is just a casual toy talk as usual. You know the format of Legends and Liquor. This show was created to say thank you to the people that are genuinely supporting this channel and keeping me here, keeping all these fancy lights on in the Dan Who household. So once again, thank you very much to all my channel members. Legend and Liquor exists because of you, and we are approaching literally maybe a month away from our 4-year anniversary, which is insane. And remember, this is a bi-weekly show as well, so we do this every 2 weeks. And today we've got a heap of regular guests, as you would assume, but I think we've just got one big group today, so that sort of gives us a unique opportunity to dive into some toy talk that we wouldn't usually have the time to talk about, because you know Legends and Liquor could be an 8-hour stream and we could be here talking toys all day, but there's only so much time I can dedicate before Amanda goes mad at me. But one group today gives us that opportunity to dive a little bit deeper in the toy world and talk about not just Marvel but some DC. And talking about something I want to mention today is of course the Simpsons, but we will get into all of that. But first, let me go through the rigmarole. Let me go through the housekeeping. You know the score, but it could be somebody's very first time here. So let's just remind you of the gimmicks. So Legends and Liquor, it is just that. It is just a gimmick. You don't actually have to drink alcohol. Just bring your favourite drink and let's talk toys, collectables, and whatever you want. Remember, that is a YouTube requirement. I can't legally be telling people to drink. Don't drink if you don't want to. Go and check out all the other long form content on the channel if you're driving long distances in your car, or you just like the sound of my sweet voice. I doubt anybody out there likes that. But still, every Thursday, me and Rich, hopefully Rich returns this week, sending love to him, every single week, every Thursday, me and Rich break down in the world of Marvel Legends. Thank you very much to Jay jumping in. I think now he is ill as well, so shout out to Jay. I hope you're getting better. The super substitute teacher co-host. Legend and Liquor every other Sunday. Joe's and Juice, we did a special sort of collaboration Joe's and Juice Thursday stream to sort of go along with the last Joe live stream that was a few weeks ago. And then Turtles and Team, me and Tanner have a whole 2+ hour video up speculating and talking about what we would like to see in the world of Turtle toys this coming year. It is the 40th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this year, so expect to see a lot of products from here, there, everywhere. I'm talking NECA, Super 7, Playmates, and the ball's already started rolling, and we will talk about some of that today, I have no doubt. If you want to support the channel, then please, you can do so. Anything over £4 or $4 via the super chat, just in the YouTube chat, or the Streamlabs donation link in the description. It is always at the top of the description. You get your chat read out loud by a talking robot assistant. Be a part of the stream as well as contributing to the conversation and to the channel. You know it's appreciated. Thank you so much. And if you want to take it one step further, just like Jason Lopez has done today in the live chat, I can see already. Thank you very much to Jason, the retweeting king. Become a channel member. Honestly, show some love. It's cheaper than a super chat, and it gets you in on the duck races, it gets you in on some bonus content on the channel, and it just goes towards supporting all the nonsense on this channel. Trust me, YouTube is a harder slog than people give it credit for. Some of my friends in the network are learning that slowly, but it's a labour of love, it's a passion, and again, if you guys keep me on YouTube, it keeps the missus off my back. So yeah, thank you very much. Hit that join button. Thank you so much. Let's go and see who is in the chat there nice and early. I do have a poll up that I should mention off the bat. It says, will Jack Pacific do better job with the Simpsons brand than Super 7? Okay, we will discuss the details and get into that conversation a little bit later, but I'm assuming most of you are aware of the news, so please get involved with that. It's quite simply yes or no. Will Jax do a better job than Super 7 with the Simpsons brand? Now remember, Super 7 did some reaction stuff, they did some ultimates, and that's about it. So let's see what Jacks have got for offer. We have a clue. We have some clues anyway. But get involved with that poll. I also have pinned to the chat. Check out the WCW. That's right, people. The WCW has returned, but not in the way you're thinking. I will explain all, but go and check out Pixels and Plastic. Big Will's in the chat. I'm sure he'll break it down for you. Thank you very much to Jason Lopez, showing some love already. Who else we got in the chat? Lady Mac. I'm assuming Paul McCarthy's out there somewhere as well. Kurt K. Eddie Rodriguez. Cute Cool. Matt Tac. Justin collects. Hopefully he's feeling better. The Figure Cave Collectables says hit that like button. Pow, everybody. Shout out to Adam as always. He's seen a Jack Pacific vehicle that he might be able to fit in. We will talk about that a little bit later. There's Jay. Here's in the chat. He said, just been outbid on a Mondo Mr. Freeze. Nearly £400 pricey for me. What is Jay doing bidding on £400 items when he knows he has like loads of Hot Toys invoices due intimately? He's a crazy man. He's a crazy man. I want to work for Jay's company. That's what I want to do. Mini Plastic Multiverse is there as well. But Man Beast, the Man Beast boy even. Cloud is also took a break from playing Final Fantasy. She is going to be joining us later today. Seth is in the chat, says, hello, folks. Hello, Seth. Chris is there, says, feel better, Jay. Yes, I also sending positive vibes out. Jamie Gitchard as well. He'll be joining us. The Quack Commissioner for those duck races. Gary A is out there as well. And so is Craig's Nostalgic collection. He always says I forget the dots. How could I forget the dots, Craig? I can never forget anything about you, Craig. There you go. Seth said, thanks, folks. I appreciate it. Theft, I hope you are good. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Seth. Happy birthday to you. This is what happens when I'm left in the house on my own and I'm just talking to a computer screen. I forget that there's actually people out there on the internet watching me. Happy birthday, Seth, all the same. We will be racing some ducks today as well. And we do have a new leader on the duck race leaderboard. I'm so sorry, Pete. Little Leaf Creations was holding strong as an early leader in the duck race. But last week's result has pushed someone a little bit higher up. It is Keith T, by 1 point, is now the new leader of Duck Race Season 3, with Little Leaf Creations chasing the furry tail with 16 points. Then under that is Daniel S. Then we've got Classic Spidey 97. Dominique is there. Drew Tag. I am TJ Williams. Queen V got 10 points on the board. So is Tech and Collect. So again, today I think just to keep the points rolling, I'll speak to the Quack Commissioner, but I think today we'll just do another 10 places, get 10 points split, and we'll probably do a one-on-one as well. So there you go. The points will continue to rack up in Season 3 for that prize. You know what that prize is. Where is it here? I can't get rid of it. Greg Finstad just does not want it. But there he is. That is your prize. This is just a representation of the championship. I will give you a cash prize. And Greg Finstad needs to hit me up. Greg Finstad. He's coming for you, Greg, all right? This thing's never going to leave my house, am I? I'm cursed for this just to be right in this drawer, freaking me out all the time. But, yeah, there you go. So if you don't know what a duck race is, where have you been? Where have you been? But at the end of every single Ledge of the Liquor, we race some ducks with points. It's just a little bit of fun, people. Don't take it too serious, all right? We're on YouTube talking toys, for God's sake. So, yeah, we race some ducks, and you have to be a channel member to be a part of those duck races. It is so simple, all right? For 3 years, I was trying to grab names from the chat, and it was always a stress. But now, you know the gimmick. Just become a channel member, all right? Make my life easier. I grab all my channel members at the end of every stream and I throw them in a duck race for points, all right? A little bit of fun. That's what it's all about. That's what I'll be doing a little bit later today. What plug-in have I got today? Okay, back to WCW. Just a real quick mention. So it isn't the former World Championship Wrestling. That was brought up by the WWE many years ago, but that has left the WCW title vacant, and it has been now taken upon Pixels and Plastic, aka Big Will. The former wrestler himself has now created this custom Who Crew Wrestling Championship fed on the, I think it's 2K, I assume 2K23, where he has turned the Who Crew into actual wrestlers. Now, showing Instagram on the web is always pretty hard, so I apologise if these don't come out or are too small. But can you see some of them? They're pretty small, ain't they? But there's Adam. Yeah, sharing Instagram is terrible on this. Let me try and just grab some images from somewhere else. I've got a few, but they're going to be out of date pictures. Will's going to be mad. But I ain't got the other pictures, Will. I should have had them emailed. That's my bad. I didn't ask. Anyway, right, let's do this. Right. Who's that? It's Rich M, of course. So let me know in the chat if you think these are any good, all right? So the Who Crew have been recreated in digital format, and they now are part of a wrestling fed. Look at that score as well, 91 for Rich M, the manager. Who else we got? We got Phil, which is Cool Toys UK, aka Hill Phones. If you know, you know. That is exactly how he looks with his top off. He told me that himself. He actually sent Will a naked photo so he could be chiseled away in digital form. So there is Will, Phil, all chiseled. There's me, got the hat on, of course. There's Brandon. There's Smith. I think it's David, Evan, and Smith all have different characters. There you go. Look, David, Evan, and Smith. Told you they're three people. The three faces of Foley. It's the three faces of David, Evan, and Smith. We got Tanner. Scotty C of Blue Owl Collectables. That's what the Blue Owl is on the front. Mark Tac Tac. Jay, repping the pink as always. Jamie Gitchard, the Quack Quack Commissioner, wearing his actual flannel vest that he does at the end of every single show as well. We got Jared as well, our friend from Ireland. We got Dom. We got Big Will himself. Look at that, level 100. Of course he's made himself a level 100. So would I if I was in charge. There's Craig. To be fair, that does actually look like Craig. That is pretty good. I think Craig will be very happy with that. Daniel Hayden is now like, he looks like a version of who is it? It's what's it? Luke Harper, right? Yeah, Luke Harper. They mixed up his names, didn't he? It was Brody Lee and Luke Harper. Yeah, Luke Harper in WWE, Brody Lee in AEW. RIP all the same, but Daniel Hayden is definitely got that vibe about him. David D. Poole, I don't even know where. Someone needs to check on David D. Poole. We haven't heard from him for a while. Is he doing okay? Is he all right? But he's been recreated in digital form all the same. There's Dewi, yeah, there you go. I'm saying it right. I always panic. Dewi. He's collecting a mad G.I. Joe collection at the minute. I know that. There's Agent Z-Man. There's Adam Batman Moran. To be fair, Adam Batman Moran should be 99 to level 100 up there with Will. So, Will, you need to rank up Adam, because I think if we were going to have a real wrestling match, I think Adam would have us all beat. So, you need to give that man a better ranking, all right? 84 just doesn't cut it for Adam Batman Moran. But if you want to see better, more updated images, go and check out Pixels and Plastic on Instagram. And, of course, he's also started it on the YouTube as well, where I think every week he may post up a video with some different matches. So, I went one-on-one with The Undertaker. Spoiler alert, it didn't go very well for me. But let's have a quick look at this. I'll just skip a little bit forward. I don't know how the algorithm will like this. But do you know our friend Kurt K? He went one-on-one with Pete, which is Little Leaf Creations. And this is, I think this is Kurt K's entrance. There it is. Kurt K, NY Devs fan himself. Making his way to the ring. I assume that's Kurt Angle's entrance. I need to make some custom theme music for these people, don't I? But there is Kurt K making his way to the ring. He battles one-on-one with Pete there, and I don't think it goes very well for Kurt K, unfortunately. There's the Legend of Liquor t-shirt, though. I do like that. Who else did we get going on? We got, let me skip forward. I think there's a Fatal 4-Way in there as well somewhere, or something. Go and check it out anyway, people, all right? Go and check it out for yourself. There's a Scotty C. Who's he against? Scotty C versus... Oh, it's one of the David Evan and Smiths. It's 3-on-1 at that point. Scotty C is like got very much what is it? Like a Jeff Hardy vibe to him. Can he really do the double swanton bombs off the top? But anyway, the Who crew have now made it into digital WFL. Even Cloud is trying to become a champion, the first women's champion against Alj. Who's Alj? Am I gone insane? Who am I missing? Who's Alj? Am I the only one thinking who's Alj? Probably am. I apologise, Alj. Who's Alj? Roy, remind me in the chat who Alj is. But they fought. I think their first champion was crowned, but I won't give away any spoilers. Go and check it out for yourself. Pixels and Plastic on YouTube. I've pinned it to the top of the chat. Again, just a little bit of fun, an expansion of the Who crew, if you will. But shout out Big Will for making all those character designs. Trust me, that type of stuff takes time. Yeah, like, I appreciate it. It's the type of shit I used to do when I had it. So it's fun to see it now of all this cast of characters we have created in the Who crew. Right, okay, let me get back off that. Let me go back. So, only one group today, as I said, so one bigger group, so I don't mind getting people in nice and early. So group one is Tom, Mark, Tac, Tanner, Jamie, Craig, Rush, Cloud, and Kurt K himself will be joining us. So if you guys want to start sending me some fresh DMs, I will get you in the next like 5 minutes, all right? So Tom, Mark, Tanner, Jamie, Craig, Rush, Cloud, and Kurt K. Start hitting me up with those fresh DMs, and I'll send you a link and get you in. I'm just gonna do. We start with pickups, don't we? But I've got to be fair, right? Has anyone ever had post on a Sunday? I had mail on a Sunday. I haven't even opened it yet. I think I know what they are, but I haven't opened them yet. I'm gonna open them now. Why not? Why not? It's my channel. I can do what I want. Right. So, talking of wrestling, if this first one's what I think it is, it's that planned pretty well. I should stop buying wrestling toys, but J Toys Collection UK is a bad influence because I even brought some of that other Vault stuff, which is a ringside exclusive, which are not cheap to get in the UK. Right, okay, I got the head of the table himself in Ultimate form, the brand new Roman Reigns in Ultimate Edition, because he's the head of the table. What can I say? What can I say? I acknowledge you, Roman Reigns. Even though I think The Rock is gonna turn his back on you. So I shouldn't buy wrestling figures. I don't know why I'm still buying wrestling figures. I don't even have them on display. I just have boxes and boxes of them upstairs. I should stop. Dan, stop doing that. Stop doing that, Dan. This one's off eBay. To be honest, if this one's what I think it was, it's one of those. And I made a bid on something, just like a late night bid on eBay. You know, as you scroll in, as you do before you go to bed, you just scroll in eBay, you go through your save listings, you put in a little cheeky bid, and to be honest, you forget that you did it, and then you hope someone outbids you, because you never looked through the photos properly, and like, by the time you went back and looked at the photos, you realised you would have never bidded on that in the first place. Well, that's what happened to me. I bid on something for £10, didn't really look through the photos, and then when I did look through the photos, I thought, oh, fuck, I don't want to pay £10 for that. But it was too late, no one else bid on it. Annoyingly, so then I had to pay shipping on it. So now I've ended up spending £15 on something that I didn't even want. So here it is. what a run up. I bet you're well excited to see what it is. It is packed in a separate box. Let's have a look, shall we? So it had potential to be okay, but the condition's pretty bad. Okay, so you know I'm trying to buy the Toy Biz stuff. I'm trying to backtrack and get some of the Toy Biz stuff. So Black Cat was up there, starting bid £10, and I thought, hey, brand new Black Cat on card for £10, I'll take that. But then after reading the description, she's actually coming off the card, she's all ripped up, and yeah, considering I got the Vulture for £1 off the card, £10 plus £5 shipping has annoyed me, to be honest. So yeah, I got Black Cat, mint on card, well, not mint on card, but ripped, not mint. So I might have to just rip this open and see if I can get Black Cat out. But yeah, so Black Cat now to add to my collection of non-mint versions of Toy Biz figures. So yeah, someone should have outbid me on that. I would have been much happier spending my £15 elsewhere. But there you go. There's the 2 parcels that turned up on a Sunday. That was random. Glue that bubble down, says Cloud. No, you can't, Cloud. You can't, because I would know, Cloud. I would know. And also, it's all ripped. Like, you can see it all ripped on this side, look. Like, it just wouldn't look good. Wouldn't look good. I just can't be having it. I need to be fresh. So, yeah, I'm trying to backtrack. I have been starting to backtrack. I've been showing people off. I showed off on Thursday them, so go and check out the Thursday stream. But I still think we're getting some more Iron Man retro cards this year. So I've got both Iron Man and War Machine now in these plastic cases, ready for some sort of display. I don't know where. But if you look, you can see I've got retros on that side. And now you can see I'm actually doing retros on that side as well. So I've got space. I'm going to find space. But yeah, retro cards all over the place. I'm a sucker, what can I say? For retro cards, I won't suck anything, like. Well, it depends what's on offer. I'm only joking. See, what am I doing? It's what alcohol does to you. Right. Okay. I think Black Cat looks good, Dan. You could always start a loose collection. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to end up doing. Only if I get them cheap. As the Vulture turned up. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. Yeah, the Vulture. This was £1 though. I don't feel bad about spending £1. The Vulture for £1 turned up off the card as well. But I don't mind £1. The Black Cat was £10. I didn't want to pay £10 for it. It's probably still a good price considering it's mint. Considering it's never been taken out of the package, it's just that the package is ripped. For a 25-year-old figure, probably older. What year was this? 1996. So that's what, 28, 20. Someone do the maths for me. But to be fair, £10 probably isn't a bad price for the figure with all the accessories complete. Never took out a package. It's just that the package rich is probably an okay price, but it wasn't what I was going for. And here's the Vulture Ready? Squeeze his legs. There you go. There he goes. So I am tempted to start a loose collection. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But for now, the vulture can sit in there. So yeah, there you go. There's that. But I've showed you the other ones, didn't I? I don't want to get them all out. No, I won't get them all out. I'm going to make a mess. I'll make a mess. I'll show them another time. 28 years old. Thank you very much for doing the math. Jay said, give me Shinsuke Nakamura haircut. Pretty much the same as it is now. Oh, we need to get Kiara in the wrestling league. Yes, absolutely. Kiara needs to be in there. We need... who was Al J as well? Did someone explain who Al J was to me and I completely missed it? I'm scrolling up in the chat to see if I can find it real quick. Let's get rid of that a second. Let's get the chat back up. What's going on? No, I can't see. Good job. No. LJ's still a mystery to me. Not a clue. Not a clue. Oh well, it will forever be a mystery. All right, let me go to Instagram and get some people in here. I always sound like a crazy person talking to myself on YouTube. Thankfully, people are still here though. There is some legend talk that we can talk about, and we can start off with that toy news. Shall I do the legends? Okay, let me just quickly do legends talk, just because it is Legends and Liquor, right? Group 1, just bear with me 1 second. Let's get this legend talk up. So, Danyun has been posting as I do, so this is where I got my news from. Basically get it from Instagram. So in regards to the world of Marvel Legends, this is Legends and Liquor after all. Next week's pre-order is going to be the Amazon exclusive Baron Zemo and Zola 2-pack. Now, Amazon exclusives, people usually hold off on if they don't like the price because they know inevitably Amazon will put them on sale, which I'm still waiting for the UK to have a decent sale on the West Coast Avengers set, to be completely honest. But being patient did work for the Spider-Man Villains 5-pack, so I can understand why that learnt behaviour is started. So I'm curious how popular this is going to be off the bat, since that Build-A-Figure is a re-release from many, many years ago, since the Epic Hero days, 2013 era. But Zemo looks good, for sure. I want it. I will get it for Zemo, and I never have completed that Build-A-Figure, to be fair, and I prefer that colourway for Baron Zola, sorry, so Artem Zola. So I will be getting this. But UK Amazon is always a bit weird. I guarantee you it doesn't go up for UK on pre-order on UK Amazon at the same time as America. It just won't happen. The UK Amazon is slow when it comes to pre-orders. It usually randomly pops up like a week later by some dodgy link. So we'll find out. But anyway, that's this week's pre-order. And there is Collecticon, Walmart Collecticon happening in 3 days and 19 hours. So I think that starts maybe Wednesday morning, I would assume. And there's lots of stuff there we can discuss in a minute with the chat. So yeah, Collecticon this week is probably your big collector news. And there are some legends that are going up for pre-order as well. I'm talking that Secret Empire Captain America and also that Prowler, that retro carded Prowler in regards to legends will go up for pre-order this week as well. So there's technically going to be 3 Marvel Legend pre-orders this week. We're going to have the Artem Zola and Baron Zemo 2-pack, as well as Secret Empire Cap, and also the retro carded Prowler. So 3 pre-orders this week, 2 Walmart exclusives, 1 Amazon exclusive. So I don't know where the Walmart exclusives are going to go in the UK. I'm assuming general, like our general places, In-Demand Toys, Star Action Figures, Comic and Cocktails, probably Pulse as well. So I will keep you updated. But yeah, no Walmarts in the UK. That means there is no Collecticon for us in the UK. Hopefully these things go up elsewhere, because I would like to get myself that Night Force Ram as well with Shockwave, as I just like the Night Force colorway. So I'm a sucker, even though the Joes need some better vehicles than the Ram, because at the minute it's just a couple of bikes being chased by a HISS tank. But the helicopter is en route. The helicopter is en route. But anyway, there you go. That's your Legends news for this week. Now let me get back to getting this link out to Group 1. All right, thank you Group 1 for your patience. I will get this link out to you now. Whoops. Did I get some fresh DMs? I hope so. Yes, I did. Right, I'm sending it Craig first. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there you go. Links have been sent. If someone else wants to pop in, if someone else is available right now to make it 9, that'd be great. So opportunity for one more. LJ was a made-up character. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. I'm racking my brain thinking, who the hell is LJ? But now that makes sense. Now I feel better about myself. Just LJ's a random. Cloud needs to take on some real competition. We need some real people in the universe. Because Cloud otherwise will just have absolute dominance over the female competition. Do you know, like, we need some more females in the mix. Vamp ships this week, yes, for the US guys. That is absolutely true. Not for us in the UK. In the UK, the Vamp... Shall I have a look on Pulse real quick? Let's have a look. So on Pulse UK, let's go and have a look at the Vamp. Because it's not shipping for us. So in the US, this ships this week. I am looking forward to this. But in the UK, it doesn't ship until the 1st of May. So yeah, remember, in the UK, Joes are technically a Pulse exclusive, even though the independents have other ways of getting their hands on them. So yeah, unfortunately with the Vamp, 1st of May. So still over 2 months away for us, really. So yeah, not for us, but I'll be excited to see a few early reviews of that for sure. Get a closer look, better look at that. But yeah, not for us. But some of the Joes have started to move up in the UK. I know that for sure. So if you've got any Joes on pre-order in the UK, check on Pulse, because the dates are getting pushed forward. A lot of them were due in some point in April, and now they've all been pushed up to some dates in March. Some of them as early as the 12th, which is this Tuesday. So yeah, have a look. Like, I think, like, Hawk maybe. Let's have a look. Hawk was in, like, at some point was April. And now he's the 22nd of March, so he's been moved up. So I think a lot of us have managed to get hold of him from other places anyway. Shout out places like the whole shebang. But yeah, UK distribution for Joe's is a mess, to be honest. Some of the Legend stuff has went up, like the new X-Men stuff has went up a little bit. Like if we go to Cyclops, so Wave 2 of X-Men have been pushed up to the 20th of March, which is the same day the animated shows return. So that's not a bad day for the pre-order to drop. So I'm not mad about that one. But yeah, if you've got any pre-orders, check the dates on Pulse, because they're constantly moving around. Pretty sloppy, to be honest. But there we go. Right. I've got 7 people in the waiting room. Can you all guess who's not there? Right, let me accept them all in. Put these headphones on. Okay. Okay, everyone's piling in. And it's expected you've probably all guessed who wasn't there, even though I sent him the link first. It's fine. I think he does it on purpose at this point. He really does. Mark Tac, how you doing?
I'm good, Dan. Hi, everyone. Yeah, happy Mother's Day and everything. I'm good. Yeah.
Are you a mother, Mark?
I'm not a mother, surprisingly enough, Dan, but happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, yeah.
Do you have a mother, though? That's the main thing.
I do. I think we all do, Dan.
Do you know what?
I do.
Unless you're a science experiment, you probably do. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No discrimination to any science experiments out there. Tom, are you a science experiment?
I'm probably a science experiment.
I am. I don't have a mother.
Okay, cool.
I was born in a vat.
Right. Well, to be fair, you've got kids, so you have to, like, give your kids money to make sure they buy their mum presents?
We don't really do it. We kind of do it a bit. We do cards and breakfast. We're not big on mother and fathers.
Amanda was mad at me that I didn't get her a card from Teddy. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, don't get me started. Cloud, how are you doing?
I'm good. I finished Final Fantasy.
Finished it?
Friday.
Well, it's because you took a week off to play it. That's why.
Yeah. And I was here with you guys Thursday night.
Yep.
Singing its praises. The game was amazing, and then the end just completely did not to try to color anybody's opinion on this if you're going to play, but the last chapter of the game is just, there's so much going on. I'm so disappointed.
So is there going to be another disc or another? So it's like, how many parts are going to be for this remake?
So what we have now is essentially the first disc of the original game. So they took the whole Midgar section for remake, and they took everything else for Rebirth is up until the point where 27-year-old spoiler here, up until the point where Aerith dies in the ancient city. I'm not going to say if that goes down in this one, don't worry.
Okay.
But disc 2 essentially, and then the end game content is going to be a third game that they have not given us a release window for, and while I'm still looking forward to it, I'm going to play it. I need to do what I did with the first one and go in with zero expectations, because Cassie and I got so excited. We're like, we're going to see this and we're going to see this. And they cut a lot of stuff. They moved some things around. They added some new things that were very confusing. And we were already at the end of the game. We're going to be hysterical. We're going to be crying. We're going to be emotional. And I just kind of sat there like, that's it? Like, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I want to know if anybody out there has played it or will play it. I need to know what you guys think of the ending, because it killed it for me.
I have fond memories as a kid, teenager, should I say, playing Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, and then sort of dropped off. I played a little bit of 10, but I haven't played in my sort of adulthood, annoyingly. But maybe one day I'll find the time. Jamie, how are you doing? The Quack Commissioner.
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I'm fine, my friend. I am fine. All the better that you are here. Does it feel weird being on earlier on Legend Liquor?
Yeah, it's surreal.
It's bit weird.
Yeah.
Do you want to? You can leave if you want. We just do group 2, just you if you want. Rush, how's collecting in a rush going for you?
I actually have some pickups today, so yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Okay, all right.
Besides that, just working on the videos, which, as you say, is a lot harder than people think.
I told you, YouTube's it's a labour of love. It really is. Tanner, when you starting your YouTube channel?
I need to upgrade my phone and get a proper camera, proper laptop first, because this one's falling apart. My phone is literally the standby button is being held on by glue. So I get my pay in a few weeks' time. First thing I'll invest in is a new phone.
All right, good man. All right, I'll be the first to subscribe to your channel when you launch it. Kurt K, how are you doing?
I was robbed, Dan.
You were
robbed.
You got beat. Yeah. Did you like it? I quite liked your intro, to be fair.
The intro was fantastic.
Yeah, it was good.
But there was a great comment below. I don't know if you saw it.
I missed it. Go on.
It looked like I used all my energy on my intro.
Yeah, probably about that, to be fair. You just weren't ready. Yeah. But yeah, that's go and check out the Pixels and Plastic. Again, links at the top of the chat. Everyone has been has everybody here seen it? Has everyone seen their creation in digital form? Honestly, bravo to Will, because that takes some dedication. And it's fun to see, for sure. If you're a wrestling fan, I'm sure you'll appreciate it that little bit more. If you're not a wrestling fan and you've never played the 2K games, you're probably going, it's cool-ish.
Not a wrestling fan, and I love it.
Okay,
I eat this stuff up. It's great. It's brilliant.
You need some competition, Cloud. You're going to riot otherwise.
He's going to bring Kiara in. Okay. So her and I can...
I'll wear drag if you need me to, just to sort of spruce up the division a little bit. Right?
Danielle, who?
Yeah, just pretend there's someone different
with the beard and everything and the long hair.
Who did? No, ain't there a wrestler who did that? Was it Santino?
Yeah, Santino.
Yeah, he did it. He turned up in the women's Royal Rumble or something. Or, yeah, it absolutely happened in wrestling for sure. So that's the top of shit that happens in wrestling. Right, let's get Craig in, because again, I don't know why or how. But there he is. Craig, how you doing, my friend? Now he's checked. Now he's off. Now he's. Do you know what? Now I'm actually live on YouTube. I'm going. That's what he thought. Let's go full screen to Craig. Let's see what he's up to. Does he even know he's on live on YouTube? Let's have a look.
At least he's got his pants on. Thank
God for that. Yeah.
So he was bending over. That would have been bad.
I would definitely have got demonetized for that. The stream would have just been cut instantly. He has no idea he's live on YouTube now. There's 61 people in his bedroom right now, just staring at him. Have you ever had 61 people in his bedroom? There he is. Look at that. He's realising. He's slowly realising. Oh, there he is.
Hey, Craig.
Craig, hello, you there? It's still connecting to audio, to be fair. I don't even know if you can hear us yet. All right, we might have to come back to Craig later in the show. Craig's on standby. Oh, now he's playing his Mr. Trick again. Is he there? Craig, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
There you go. We've been here for 5. Yeah, we've been here for 5 minutes.
I'm in a bit of a tease. I've not long just got in from work.
Oh, good. Wow, I'm glad you're here. You've made it. It's all good. Right. You're at the bottom, back of the queue anyway, so you've got some time to figure yourself out. We're just making sure you're there and you can hear us. Let's go back up to the top and talk to Mark Tac about some pickup, shall we? And again, for the vibe of the show today, because we've only got one group, of course we're going to finish with a duck race. If any of you guys need to disappear at any point for any time, please just say, Dan, I'm off. Not a problem, just disappear.
Dan, I'm off.
Okay, see you in a bit, mate. Bye-bye. Good to have you. But otherwise, we'll just do some pickups and then we'll just go through some toy news talk. Like, there's lots of random bits and pieces we can discuss. So that's what we'll do. Just a very casual stream this evening. But yeah, let's start with pickups as a tradition here on Legend of the Liquor. Mark Tac, what have you been buying?
Well, nice and quick for me, Dan. Just one thing. It came from Amazon yesterday. So it is the Valorverse Action Force Arctic Republican Guard. And I fitted him with a Steel Brigade Heavy Ops gear, which I had from Toys R Us from a while back. And that's it. That's it for me.
So
nice
Valorverse is on Amazon, like being sold by Amazon or being third party?
I don't know, actually. I think
it's an official. It's an official shop.
Yes, okay. Cloud is right. She's right. On the Amazon US, there's an official shop. But Tom gave me a link a while back, and there's a few Valorverse figures on Amazon, so I was able to pick this up from Amazon. I'll send you the link, Dan, if you want to have a look.
Yeah, no, I haven't even thought about looking on Amazon for Valorverse stuff, to be fair.
If you look on Amazon US and then you change the .com to .co.uk, you can actually find more stuff than you'll find just searching on the UK Amazon site.
Yeah, that's right.
There are some sneaky ways to look for stuff on Amazon for sure. Like Rich is always finding legends for me on like random Amazon sites. So yeah, it's good to know. Good to know. So how's your Action Force collection going? Like you just
it's growing slowly, Dan. I've got a few. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I actually saw a few clips of the Vanguard recently, which is a vehicle, and it was making me really want it. So I'm hoping a UK independent retailer will get them. I don't know. Me and Jay were thinking that one might. We've got an idea that one might, but maybe Star Action Figures. Not sure, but
interesting.
It's growing slowly and surely. But Classified's my main line, just because at the moment they're a bit harder to get. But obviously, they are available on Amazon, like Tom says. So feel free to pick them up.
Again, I like the Valorverse Action Force stuff. I just wish a UK distribution would pick them up so they were easier. Do you know, because they're harder to get on a whim. Do you know what I mean? Like as collectors, you want to just casually pick up something when your other collections are like. So it's hard to just pick up them on a whim because you've got to think about it. You've got to import them. You've got to ship them. You've got to pay the extra. So I think if they were more available, I would definitely buy more than I've currently.
Are the import fees too heavy to order from Valorverse Direct?
They're quite big. They're like they're
shipping.
More or less the price of a figure, or like even a figure or two. So
Okay.
It's like me with the gargoyle stuff. The gargoyle stuff has never been available in the UK, and Rush has literally helped me get every single gargoyle figure I've got. But I'm ending up paying with shipping on top. I'm ending up paying virtually double for every figure because you've got to add it all together. So, but that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. But it's still very frustrating for sure.
Whole shebang's getting some of them in, aren't they? The gargoyles.
So if anyone in the UK has not got the gargoyles, the whole shebang is bringing them in. With just
they were supposed to be in like January, February, but they're still not in yet.
They were meant to arrive with the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs did arrive for me. But I might get a couple of steel Corps. What are they called? Not Steel Corps. Now I'm talking about Valorverse again. What are the
Steel Clan?
Steel Clan.
Thank you. They're the ones I haven't got out of everything so far. I think it's them and their daughter, Goliath's daughter. I think it is.
Angela.
Angela.
I don't have her either. But I didn't know if I was getting her. I was trying to stick to the core clan, and now they showed some off at PowerCon, didn't they? And they're now getting into different clans. And if I think to myself, if I don't know the character, if I don't recognise him, just step away. Step away. So trying to be disciplined.
That is until Dan decides to rewatch the cartoon again on Disney Plus.
Lucky I got time to watch anything anymore. Otherwise, I would be buying more stuff. I still just watch The Simpsons. But we'll get back to The Simpsons lately. Right, let's go across to Tom. Tom, what you been buying, my friend?
I'll still be following the pattern of stuff comes in, but I'm not opening. So I've only opened 2 things in 2 weeks. So Reveltech, amazing Yamaguchi War Machine. He's really cool.
I've seen your picture on Instagram. You've been posting some epic pictures, by the way, recently on Mini Plastic. So I knew you'd like that one. You a fan?
Actually, I continue my trend of not liking the Yamaguchi heads because it's got the Marvel Legends head on it. So.
I didn't even notice. So that's how well it fits.
That's why the Yamaguchi heads are quite tiny, so they kind of balance out better if you stick a better sized head on them.
Which Legends head is that? Is that the deluxe? Yeah.
That's just a standard War Machine head.
Yeah, it's a deluxe one.
Yeah. And then this guy I opened up the other night. He's like definitely top 10 for me, and he's Prune Face from Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
The heads on him are amazing. They're just so expressive, and it's just nice to get some actual gangsters, because you don't really get gangster figures, and he comes with a lot of cool weaponry and accessories like this typewriter, gas mask, and just
old school
cigarettes and gas bomb effects, and it's just cool. And he's got glasses that actually stay on his head.
He reminds me of there's a character in The Simpsons. What's he called? The one that comes into town.
The really like shriveled old guy.
No, the guy that comes into town for Prohibition. And what's his name?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
When Homer's the Baron, right?
Yeah, the beer baron.
Damn it! I just watched that.
Come on now. I should know this. It's annoying me because I'd know this if you asked me. But now I'm live on YouTube because I've got a new hat or something. What's he said?
What do you think is that? There's another Simpsons reference I can think of as well that revolves around Dick Tracy. I think it's like a school play, and one of the kids goes, "I'm Dick Tracy. Take that, Prune Face. Now I'm Prune Face. Take that. This, that, and the other.
Now I'm Prune Tracy." That's always what I think when somebody brings up Prune Face. Is little Ned when he was beating up the other kids.
Is it Rex Banner?
Rex Banner. Yeah. I think it is Rex Banner.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I'll go off on a tangent there. That's what that sort of old school gangster vibe reminds me of. Cloud, what about you? You got anything new?
Just a couple of things. Slowly getting more of the Mythic Legion's Poxus wave in. I don't know if I showed this guy yet. This gigantic monster.
I think we've seen a few gigantic monsters. They look
impressive.
Sure. They look impressive.
But the highlight of the wave, honestly, as I knock everything over, is Poxus himself. He's got like this infected horse. He's got like
see a doctor. Have you got a doctor in the Legion's line that can help him out?
I don't think I have a cleric.
Oh dear.
But he's amazing. He's a little fiddly. He's got like tiny little bits all over him and little points and insect legs and stuff. But once you get him kind of standing up, he's got this bow. He actually has another one that has insect wings on it.
What is he?
He's a lich.
Okay.
And he's the rider of pestilence or conquest, if you'd rather. So he's, about like disease and infection and stuff like, and he looks it. But yeah, he's a lich. He's got his insect wings. And the only other thing I got recently was there was Zolocon at the end of February.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine picked up. They did this is from a line called the Warrior Beasts.
Okay.
Like when we were kids, they looked like the old Masters of the Universe figures.
They were like knockoffs.
Or like, like kind of like an homage to them. But yeah, just a lot of people I know had them in their collection, and we didn't know they were.
I know exactly what you're on about, holding that figure.
Yeah. So this is like they made this guy Skullman out of Mythic Legion's parts. He's got this awesome cape on him. I remember having the figure as a kid.
So that's a custom, essentially, right? A Mythic Legion's custom.
It's more of like one of their tribute figures that they do. Like they do this with Masters of the Universe. They did
so it's an official release you can buy off them.
It's
a kit bash sort of figure. Yeah.
It's made out of their parts but it's like an official figure. Like it came in like an official box and everything. But they're gonna do an individual release. He's just gonna be missing, I think, like the extra skull.
Okay.
But he'll get like a wider release, but you could only get him at the convention. And a friend of mine went. I think he picked up like 15 of them or something to kind of hook other people up. But everything else for me is sitting in my pile of loot. I'm waiting for figures that were supposed to be out this past Wednesday, I think. Yeah, the 6th. Waiting for them, and then I've got stuff like the new X-Men 97 Jean Grey came in, so she's waiting. My Mega Man is in there. I've got more Legions and accessories. I've got some Final Fantasy VII trading cards. There's something else in there I can't remember, but it's just Big Bad Toy Store tends to kind of be a little late.
Use a WoW patient. I couldn't do pile loots. If there was figures in a box ready to be shipped, I'd just pay the shipping and get it to me ASAP. Like I couldn't wait.
You know,
like to save like you save a bit of money, granted, but like I'm just when it comes to toys, I'm well impatient.
It's getting to me. It's definitely getting to me because they were supposed to be in last week, and I know what's going to happen is I'm going to ship them, and then the stuff is going to pop in. Yeah. So I'm waiting for those, and I'm waiting for a Final Fantasy Cloud Strife figure. But if he's not in by the time the figures I'm waiting on, I'm just going to ship them and then change him to ship when he comes in, and I'll pay the shipping. I don't care. Yeah. But I do get impatient.
It's a good
but
service,
if there's a lot of stuff coming in right around the same time, I just try to wait.
We don't really have anywhere like that in the UK, but distribution's different in the UK because we're so small. It's just different, I suppose. But I would it'd be interesting to see that option for sure. Jamie, what about you? You got anything?
So I got the Ragnarok 4.
Very nice. That's
this
a
is like
one.
Yeah.
That's the robot one, right?
Yeah, it's a placeholder for when they eventually re-release a new Thor. I got the 20th Hulk.
Very nice. Where are you getting these from, by the way?
This I got from eBay for like 30 quid. Okay. And the Ragnarok Thor I got on Comic and Cocktails. I got the last one. It was down to 20 quid.
Yeah, that's a good price, yeah.
So I went back and finished the X-Men wave.
Nice.
So the 3 that I was missing.
The hype's going to get to us all. The show's 10 days away.
That's my issue. Picked up this pack.
Mary Jane.
Was too hard to get at the back, so I just left it there. This came in as well from Kapow.
Bargain price on Kapow. That whole box set for like £30.
Yeah.
Bargain.
And it was supposed to be water damage, but there's no damage to the box at all.
A little bit of water probably got on the outer box, but that's nothing to the figures. Yeah. Great.
And then, as I said last time, I'm on a bit of an Avatar: The Last Airbender hype, so I picked up Prince Zuko.
I will just nod politely and pretend I know who these people are.
By Lord Ozai.
Yes, he's a great one as well.
Azula.
Oh, of course. How could you not?
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah. Yes.
Toph, who is a blind character.
I know Toph. I could have told you that. Obviously.
Could have been the keyword.
And Aang, obviously.
Yes.
Main character.
Yes. I call him Arrowhead. That's what I call him. That's what the real fans call him. You know what I mean? Because the arrow on his head. Come on now.
Definitely.
Do you know what I do feel bad this week because I always take the piss out of Dragon Ball, and then I think the creator of Dragon Ball Z has passed away this week.
The artist,
which I obviously is affected. It has a massive I will never dispute the actual community that type of thing has. So it's always horrible news when shit like that happens. So I promise to show nothing but respect for us a little bit anyway, for sure. Before I call everyone Goku again. Right, Rush, you said you got some pickups for us. What is it?
Yes. I actually have a stack. First time. Yay. I know last Legends Looker I talked about how I was going to probably combine a few of my DC Legends onto the DC multiverse figures onto a single shelf and just create a whole JL thing.
Yep.
So with that, I ended up, picking up this guy that I've been seeing that
Red Tornado.
I kind of picked this one more up just because I love the original artwork from Michael Turner. Still my favorite artist to this day. Rest in peace. Then coincidentally, I saw the new Superman as well, and since this is considered probably be the best Superman,
is that the smiley face one?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I want that one. For me, Superman is a happy-go-lucky guy, so I want the smiley one.
Yeah, I just wish the blue was darker. I'm not really a fan of the very light blue, but then. Hasbro Pulse finally put this guy on sale, so I picked him up to add him to my collection. So happy about that.
I've not opened that yet, but I have it somewhere.
He's huge. I've already had to redo most of my display to fork him in, which that's going to be in the next video that I'm still trying to finish up.
Were you familiar with that character? Like, genuinely, had you read that character? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because I didn't.
Yeah, a few things, especially during Fear itself, when a few people have worn the armor, and the original guy was supposedly killed back in the Fear itself storyline by being turned to stone by Grey Gargoyle. But that he's now back to life somehow. So comics. Then just received Goblin Queen yesterday, so
Awesome.
happy to add this one. Saw a video or saw me posting about the Executioner, so happy about that one. And then the thing I'm most ecstatic about is finally getting in this guy.
I knew it would be that one because I've seen the picture for that. You've been talking about that one for a while.
For over a year.
Yeah.
I originally posted about this guy February of 2023. Then they put the order up, and it was supposed to be released August of 2023. That was pushed back to October, then December, and then February, and
now we're in March.
Companies, yeah, and then it's like, ironically enough, and yeah, I got a story for this one. My work is I'm mobile repair, so I'm traveling around, so I don't really have a office or something to use restrooms, so I just go into places. So I was near Target, so I went in and I decided to look around. I was actually looking for the X-Men 97 wave. Didn't have it. As I was leaving the aisle, saw this guy behind something else, and I've never rushed to register so quickly after seeing this, and so much that I was so hesitant. I'm like, okay, is this like a repack swap or something?
Yeah.
So bought it. As I'm leaving the store, I'm opening up the box and everything, making sure that it's actually real. So happy, got to the car that I'm like, oh, I never used the restroom like I wanted to, so I had to go find someplace else to use the restroom.
That's a pretty good reason to go toy hunting occasionally, and it's nice to have that experience as well of actually finding something one you didn't expect to find and something you actually really wanted at retail unplanned. Like you can't beat as a collector, you can't beat that sort of energy, and it's very rare these days, especially here in the UK, because we have got so many little places that sell the type of stuff that we're interested in. So yeah, I'm glad it happened that way.
Yeah. And again, he's awesome. Like my favorite Dinobot, so happy
Slag,
to finally have Snarl in my collection. Slag Slug is the Triceratops. So.
Slug.
But he was renamed because of the UK.
Slag, yeah. Slag. Very Cockney. Reminds me of EastEnders.
So that's it for me.
Very nice. Well, I'm glad you got some stuff you wanted. We're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to add the DC shelf to your list of showing off your collection now as well.
Yeah, I have 3 Marvel videos left, and then I'll be diving into the non-Marvel collection.
I have.
There was if you guys watched Beast Wars, slag was like a very commonly used word in that show. Like anytime something went wrong, they'd be like, slag.
I wouldn't like. As a British person, I don't consider slag a swear word. It all depends on the context. Like if I called someone's mom a slag, then I'd expect to get punched in the face. But like. The word itself isn't offensive. It's
only if it's got a hard G at the end, then it's offensive.
Shout out Rush though. I will quickly throw up. Of course, go and check out Collecting Rush. He has got 3 videos up now as well with X-Men display, Avengers, and Spider-Man, and he goes into in depth as well on these. I watched them all at least once, and you can see I'm skipping through, stealing ideas of characters and stuff he has on his displays. But yes, Collecting Rush. The link is in the description of the video, as is everybody who is on YouTube from the regular Who crew. I think Pixels and Plastics in there. Obviously, Jay and Mark are in there as well. Justin as well. Justin's posting some videos. So yeah, please show some love to everyone else in the sort of Who crew network. All add in there. And what's magic about the toy world as well? No one person is the same. Everyone has their own little flavour of how they do things, and it's not boring. It's not like the same rinse and repeat. Everyone's got their own little flavour, so I like it. Go and check out all the links in the description. Let's go across to Tanner then. Tanner, any pickups this week? I know you actually do have some because I've seen your pictures.
Yep. So I'll start off with the one thing I haven't posted a picture of yet, and I haven't got to my hand. It's the Mezco Green Goblin. I've been looking forward to that.
Yeah, Jay showed that off on the streams.
Jay showed that off, and it looks great. All these bloody Mezcos are hitting at the same freaking time. The other thing I'm going to show is something I got in the Waterlog sale from Kapow. I'll show his accessory because I couldn't be bothered to pull the figure out. It's the Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
The Marvel Select, and then in game had this guy on pretty cheap. He could have been a lot cheaper, to be totally honest with you, but it's the
Super Adaptoid.
It's Stupid Adaptoid. I forgot he's plugging in there for a second. And now we move on to the Turtles part of the pickups line. So you've already shown this figure off. I've got him as these figures off. So it's the Professor Perry 2-pack.
I forgot these arrived as well. But yes, mine arrived too. The two Perrys.
The two Professor Perrys. And we've gone on a bit of a Last Ronin kick as well. So we have not one, not two, but three foot soldiers from issue 3.
The army building rule of 3 for Tanner.
The army building rule, yeah. And also we have the battle from the First of All in issue 2. We got Karai and Raphael, both really good figures. And then the rest of my time has been taken up with Final Fantasy as well. So, yes.
What are you thinking of the game so far?
I'm really enjoying it. I haven't got as far as Cloud has. I've got to chapter 8, which is the Golden Saucer. Awesome. It's a lot of fun. Gameplay's good. I haven't heard anything, so no spoilers about what's to come. Although I do know one thing, that there is based on the first original game, you can take a character out on a date. I'm guessing that makes a return in this one. Cloud, who did you end up taking on a date? I'm intrigued.
Tifa.
Okay.
And so something to keep in mind outside of like just the conversations that you have, when you do the synergy attacks with them in your party, those count as well. Mm-hmm. But once you finish the game and they unlock the chapter select, you can go back to those and set who you want to go on the date with, and it's anybody. Like, I mean, Sid and Vincent even will join you, which I need to see. But the game is amazing. It's so good. It's just right at the end they lost me. So I'm curious, when you do finish it, what you think.
I'll be sure to let you know.
Everyone in the Zoom call understood all of that perfectly. So, so we won't ask for any further explanation. Let's go underneath to Kurt. Kurt, you been buying anything, my friend? Or you've been too busy? What you've been doing?
No, it's been excuse me. It's been a slow 2024. In fact, I'm still kind of paying off that September I had with the ghost.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
I mean, that just hit me by surprise. So, that has kept me really from any pre-orders. But that also means I'm scrambling to try and find that Nightcrawler in Target now. I did take advantage of the Pulse sale a little bit. Picked up one of these guys for my barge. I'm anticipating the next great thing from HasLab. So it's probably going to be something Imperial related. We haven't seen any Imperial stuff.
They've got to continue in the vintage real world as well. And again, just to remind the viewership here, Kurt is our avid expert and collector of the 3 3/4-inch Star Wars stuff. So that's what you'll be seeing him show off. And he was all in with the Cloud, with the Ghost. So yeah, that wasn't cheap. And to be fair, you're pretty strict and you're pretty disciplined as well, unlike some of us irresponsible people, where you stick to your rules pretty well, to be fair. So like when it comes to Legends, it's just the X-Men and you're just trying to fill character gaps. And it's a good time. I think Nightcrawler is going to be lingering for a while. I think he's going to get more plentiful before he disappears again. So you'll have an opportunity to find him, I'm sure. Especially the show coming out. I think Hasbro are trying to get the product on shelf for the show. So yeah, keep looking. Or if not, Rush can find it for you. He's always popping in Targets. Just make sure he drinks more.
Yeah, it's still available on Amazon.
Oh, there you go. It's on Amazon.
Yeah, you know what? I have been doing some creative food shopping. And so that every time Target offers a gift card with, a purchase, there'll be an extra roll of toilet paper I'll throw in. And yesterday I walked away with $40 in Target gift cards.
Oh, happy days.
And
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nearly at $200. So there's just nothing to buy. There's nothing on the pegs. Doesn't matter what we're talking about. Almost to a point where I watched your Turtles and Tea with you guys last week. Yeah. And I'm like, do I need to start this in my life?
Turtles, yeah.
The answer is yes.
There's so many avenues with Turtles, though. It's like you've got to pick your lane, and try and be disciplined. If you were going to start a Turtles collection, Kurt, I'm curious to know what avenue you would pick, because you've been around for them all. They're all the incarnations.
Yeah, and I could say I watched a little bit, but I'm not familiar. So that I definitely wouldn't look at the movie ones.
Yeah.
These Last Ronin figures look pretty interesting to me, because there's another layer to them that I can relate to.
And have you read the story? Because they're out in trades now. They're quite easily to obtain.
Yeah, I think that one looks interesting. But I guess I would throw it at you because and forgive me for this, but when I look at those 4 turtles,
yeah,
outside of your Spark Notes version, which was just check the colors and then you'll know the difference. I look at them and I have to think, is that, Michelangelo? Is that one different from the next one in the same way Dan's looking at Luke Skywalker and saying, okay, he's wearing white, he's wearing black, he's, like...
Look, all you need to know is Donatello does machines, Michelangelo's a party dude, Raphael's rude but crude, and Leonardo is the leader. No, they all have their own specific character traits for sure, but in its most generic term, like the original comics, they all wore red bandanas, and the only way you could tell them apart was their weapons and their personality. And but then the cartoon, when the cartoon got created, they added the colour to the cartoon and they also added the initials to the bout so that kids would be able to tell the difference between them. So the coloured bandanas and the bouts are because of the 80s cartoon, and then that is what sort of grabbed pop culture because of the toys were based, sort of synergy with the cartoon, and then every incarnation after that has sort of taken that. Even the movies took the different colours. So genuinely, Turtles, there's so many different incarnations of them. It's just whatever one would gravitate towards you the most. So
which one, if I were looking at those accidental big boxes that landed at your place and at Tanner's place?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Which ones go with those? Because there's also a van there.
Yeah, Toon. So
the cartoon.
So the van is this is the original 80s cartoon. So this is like the origin. After the comics obviously are the 40-year anniversary this year. But after the comics, it's the 80s Toon cartoon that sort of grabbed pop culture. Because just think, back in the late 80s, early 90s, there wasn't all these different TV channels. There wasn't Netflix. There wasn't YouTube. So the majority of kids were all watching the same bloody thing, and it just grabbed pop culture in a way that doesn't really happen this day and age. That's why they keep reinventing it now, because they're trying to create that same energy that they're just not going to. They're getting close though with this new incarnation. I think the movie did do quite well. But yeah, this is Toon. This is the 80s cartoon. So that's what I love. That's what I started watching.
And you're talking late 80s and 90s, and I was looking at the next thing.
You were looking at women by then, I'm sure, no doubt. Yeah, so it's with Turtles is what gravitates towards you. But for me, it's the Toon. The Toon will always be at the top of the list. But I love the movies too, and you find something to love in it all. That's the problem. And the Last Ronin is a continuation of the original Turtle sort of story.
It's kind of an Elseworld kind of.
Yeah, of course, but it's still
future kind of thing.
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's like a continuation of the Turtles in the future type thing. It's it is sort of. But yeah, Turtles, we could go all day. There's a 2-hour live stream of me and Tanner talking Turtles and tea. So please go and check out the playlist on the channel so you can see for yourself. We're just talking about everything we would like to see from Turtles this year, because again, it's always a fun conversation. Let's go back to Kurt. He's got some more stuff there.
Yeah, this is my last one, I think, in recent time. Nice little 2-pack. Also was on the sale. Certainly, I've got enough Darth Vaders in the collection, but this one
they're both
really,
on
really nice.
retro cards inside that box.
Vintage cards, not retro.
Yes, of course, yes.
They differentiate these days.
Yes,
but they're great, and I don't know. Say I got some wires. Let's see if you can see here. I had a little Rebels 3D printed model from Ian Butler. I think it's a Land Speeder Luke design.
I see his I see his stuff on Instagram, and it tricks me all the time. I think, that'd be sick, but then I realize it's a custom. It's not even real.
Well, you know what? He's got a full set of Star Wars Cantina prints for 3 3/4 that I'm taking a good look at. Michael Bring Toys to Work, who's on an Oscar kick this weekend. He got me into selling a lot of stuff. So if I can build up the funds, if Hasbro doesn't do the HasLab for the Cantina, I may pick one up myself from somebody. I'm just not sure if it'll be US or UK, depending on where I can get
That'd
it.
make for an epic display anyway, with all the monsters and all the different robots, creatures, bounty hunters. That's what I love about Star Wars. That sort of world building within the cantinas, and of course the play the same song. Yeah. Anyway, I've even got the Cantina band. Right, let's go across. Last but not least, it's Craig. Craig, my friend, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I've got quite a bit. So
your hair looks great, my friend. Your hair looks great.
It's my headphones. It makes it all stick up.
Just get a hat.
I picked up. I had a big box come from Star Action.
We seen you pick it up earlier, yeah.
Yeah, I said that it was on its way. I got Kamakura, which I haven't opened yet, so can't wait to open.
Could be a potato in there. Just best check soon.
Is it wrong that at first I thought that was Guy Gardner
from
Green Lanterns?
You jinx everything, Dan.
What's that?
Sorry, what did you say, Rush?
Rush.
I said the G.I. Joe box. At first, I see a redhead in green. I thought it was Guy Gardner from the Green Lanterns.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I've got 2 of these, because why not, at £3-4
Bargain.
each. Oh, yeah. To build out the display. I also picked up this guy because he was back in stock at £9.
King Finks.
Yeah, picked him up. I think it was 7. I think it went down from 9.
Bargain. It's a bargain.
And then I picked this guy up at 15.
Yeah, another great price for the monsters.
So just got them from Star Action Figures.
That's
to
the
build
one thing that makes me sad about the Power Rangers line going on pause, is that the monsters, there's still so many monsters that I personally would have wanted. Like, they did some great ones, but there's still ones like I wanted the chicken with like the chicken in the middle. I wanted the roulette machine. I wanted the armadillo. There was loads I wanted.
The toad.
Right?
Yeah, there's loads.
Rito would have been the one that
Rito,
the main one.
Yeah, of course. So many they missed out on.
My next pickup was from Mark Tap, and it was the original Deadpool on the X-Force card. So he's going to go on the retro wall that I'm building. So it looked nice. So I'm keeping him in the shipper at the minute till I get a thing for him. And then after that, I got Dan Hayden picked me one of these up from the London film. Yeah,
still one of my favourite shows, by the way.
I missed them on Star going really cheap, and I was like, well, I've got one of them because obviously everyone wanted them. I only managed to get one when they first come out, and I just never thought anything of it. But now I've got 2 of this one, 2 of the Python bats, 2 of the Crimson bats, 2 of the Snow bat. So armies of 2.
Mark Tac, I just have to ask, how many of those bats did you buy originally?
29.
No wonder. We solved the mystery. We solved the mystery while Craig couldn't find them. I had a feeling. That was all.
Oh, terrible.
Well, you got the 2, Craig. Now you need the 9.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take a trip to Mark Tac's house. And talking about deliveries coming on a Sunday, I've just had this turn up today because last night I was doing my display a bit, and I put on the animated X-Men in the background.
I've heard of it.
So it's made me go and get the ones that I'm missing from this wave.
Very nice.
So I've got Gambit and Storm. Storm, I'm not going to open. Obviously, I want 2 of each because I want to put them on the wall because I like these cards. So I'm going to keep Storm like that because the Storm in my animated display is the VHS one. So I'm okay with keeping her on card and not having to buy 2.
Get one of these, Craig. Get one of these from AliExpress.
What's that?
£9 they are on AliExpress, and it's like a stand with like loads of lightning effects and pieces and whatever, and it just makes it stand out. I'll send you a link. That's how I've got Storm
Just
posed.
to send me a link.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen how my Storm's posed up, haven't you?
I think it's. I think it is genuinely a Dragon Ball thing, to be honest, but it works really well for Storm.
I think mine was. I did have something for her, but it kind of broke, and I used just the lightning pieces, which is going to take me into my next pickup, which is a very big one. So the UK guys in my group know. Sorry about the mess. I'm doing the display at the minute, but I picked up the NECA Street Dio.
Wow.
So I am just building out the Spider-Man display.
Is it bigger than you expected in your space?
Yeah,
I know you've seen it at my house, but like that's in like my attic with like seeing it in your own space. It's a different vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the back piece that makes it look way bigger. Like I was putting it in, and I was like,
you could take that off.
Shelf,
you can take the back
down,
piece off.
Yeah, I know, but I like the back piece because it adds like that
proper colour.
Street, proper colour at the back.
Is Peter Parker just floating there? Because I don't see anything that he's standing on.
What it is, it's another display. I moved it down, and I was just messing about.
He's on the little black. He's on the leg.
As I was building it, I just stood him on there, and I thought, actually, that looks pretty sick because it looks like the display's going on behind him.
Good luck keeping that there, though. He's perched on a little leg.
No, he's actually fine. There's a base on it. It's like a little base. He's been stood on there for 2 days now, so you know I have to obviously move him if I want to get into the display because I'll just end up knocking him. But yeah, I've just been adding characters. I opened, is it Jack-O-Lantern last night?
Indeed, yeah.
Good figure, brilliant figure.
Have you got some cotton wool behind there?
Yeah, that's what's going on in Green Goblin.
Very nice. Looks good.
Like that. And then I got Miles Morales having a fight off with Hobgoblin.
That looks good.
Yeah, I'm just like adding, and then the display planned to be not just Spider-Man. It was going to be Spider-Man and Street, but then obviously. It's just ended up being Spider-Man, and obviously I've on the bottom shelf down there next to Iron Man, I've added like a little Street Dio, so that might be just like Daredevil and Punisher and stuff. But I've got like 5 Punishers and 5 Daredevils, and it's getting hard to pick which one's the best ones to have on the display.
Legend. When I re-put my figures back on my display, Craig, like. I used to be able to display 90% of my legends, but now I've got boxes of figures and my shelves are full. It's because the collection isn't ending. It's like it just keeps getting difficult. You have to make cuts.
It kills me in this top corner here by the wall is my AOA, but obviously my Wolverine's in the middle, and because Wolverine with all the new releases is going to get bigger this year.
Yeah.
I'm hating to say that I'm going to have to take my AOA down and try and find somewhere else to put that AOA.
AOA got cut for mine as well, to be fair. Mine are in a box
because I've got a unit here which I plan to do like a VHS X-Men, so I might just like try and fudge them into like a separate little side display maybe as an alternate universe sort of thing.
Look, worst case scenario, you can board up the window and do the old Jay's Toy Collection UK.
I forgot to mention I got this guy with the NECA Street Dio as well.
From the whole shebang.
Yeah, from the whole shebang.
Yeah.
I got it. I literally ordered it the same night when Tom and Mark told us about it. I'm ordering him. I was like, I'm going to get this Street Dio. I kept on in an arm, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get it. So I did. And because I pay Kalana as well, it's a bit easier on the wallet. And I also got this guy that doesn't seem to want to keep his goggles on. But,
I think you've showed off that pair already, because I haven't got Ripper. I'm still waiting for Ripper.
I didn't. I showed him off in the box. I haven't showed him off like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I put the 2 on the desk at the minute. And
they look good. They do look good. I refuse to open Buzzer until Ripper's arrived, so I'm not touching.
I heard you talking about the vamp earlier, and I'm just I would be glad if it come early, but I wouldn't because of
Your wallet.
I think my wallet would just turn into flames.
Look, this month, if everything arrives, and April, if everything... Again, it depends how much you've pre-ordered, but there's a lot of Legends and Joes due within these next 2 months, for
There's
sure.
more Joes than there is anything else on April.
If you had pre-ordered every Legend and every Joe that are due out these next 2 months, you're looking at spending over £700, which is insane. So,
I didn't do that at all.
yeah. I have a sticky note on my computer, like I've written a note to myself saying cancel GI Joes because I had because I just FOMO put orders in, because they're pre-orders, they don't charge till they ship. So I ordered 2 Crimson Vipers, and two Mole Rats and stuff like that, and I was just like, I had to start cancelling stuff. I was I can't go all in anymore. I've got to be more picky.
Cancelled my Mole Rats. I had 3 of them, so I cancelled that, and I had Crimson Allays as well. Cancelled them.
Vipers, they were due, yeah.
Cancelled them, and I've just got all the others.
Just think that's £100. That's £100 just on 2 Crimson Bats, 2 Crimson Vipers, and two Mole Rats.
3 Mole Rats.
So
3 Mole Rats.
Yeah, well, that's over £100 then. It adds up.
And I have 2 vamps on, so that's why I don't want them to come early.
Oh shit! Yeah. Where are you putting 2 vamps in that room?
It might have to be one. I've got that whole display on this one wall, haven't I?
Oh, okay.
And I've still got a spare shelf at the bottom, so I was like, it's definitely, obviously, it's just going to be all Joes on that one display.
Okay.
So, I'm just, why not have 2 Jeeps go up against the Hiss as well, so.
Well,
and the helicopter will go on the top.
Hiss is going to get some firepower soon, so to be fair, you probably need the 2 Jeeps. Right, let's get into some toy news then, people, all right? So, again, the floor is sort of yours for this, right? I sort of want everyone to sort of pluck something from the world of toy news that we can discuss, and I will use my friend Google to see if I can grab up some images. So the first thing I've mentioned already, of course, is that there are some pre-orders next week. Legends have 3 pre-orders with the Zemo and Zola 2-pack on Amazon, and then Walmart Collecticon, which will make more sense to our US friends. All of this goes up for pre-order. Am I right by saying Wednesday? It says 3 days, 18 hours. So that would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
The 14th is Thursday.
Oh, okay. Okay. That makes more sense, I suppose.
So what is it, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, 14th is Thursday. Okay, so Collecticon is Thursday of this week. And all
so
of this...
3 days, 18 hours, so 4 days.
Yeah, makes sense. So all of this goes up for pre-order. As I've said, I want the Legends, and I also want... Let me just ask Tom and Mark real quick about this. We never... This wasn't revealed when we did the Joes and Joes sort of cover. So, I think me and Tom have both said, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, that this is our favourite sort of variant in the Joe world, is the Night Force. But it's another Ram, which I guess is frustrating. But you do get Shockwave in his Night Force colours. So if you are building a little Night Force team, he does also come with a Night Force steel core helmet. So this actually is more appealing to me than I wanted it to be fair. So yeah, I think I want this, annoyingly, even though I think to myself I don't need another Ram. Because it's Night Force, I've been suckered in because I'm an idiot. What do you think, Mark? Yeah,
I agree, Dan. I mean, we'll probably get a limit of 3, won't we, being on Pulse?
If it goes on Pulse, yeah.
If it goes on Pulse, yeah. But I could do 3. I'd want the steel core. Actually, interestingly, I want the steel core helmet more than the shock, because a lot of people are saying, a lot of people in the Facebook groups and that, with Joe Facebook groups, saying they want the Shockwave look. But I'd actually prefer the steel.
Maybe you could just get a helmet. Maybe you could just get the helmet off.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Well, I'll go with the bike. I'll take 3 Rams, 3 steel core troopers, but I like it too. Yeah, I've even seen people saying they put their snake eyes on it, which would look cool. Putting their snake eyes on the actual bike. But yeah, I'd be in for these when they go up on Hasbro Pulse. Exactly the same.
What about you, Tom?
I'm not big on vehicles at the moment. I'm also not big on repaints ever. So I probably will pass, I think. I mean, I do love Night Force, but I prefer original characters in Night Force. No, we got big.
You've got more willpower than me, Mark. That's all it is. We're idiots. Yeah. We're idiots. No, but you're more sensible. I shouldn't want it, because of the reason you just said, but I'm an idiot and do want it.
Tom
Also,
leaves
Mezco
some
are
for the
dropping
rest
just
of
about
us.
everything on Earth at the moment.
Yeah, I heard Mezco are going a bit mad. There are other stuff on. Is there just out of the crew that we've got here? Is there anything else on Collecticon that stands out to anybody that they want? They've got some Last Ronin stuff. I suppose that you'll be after that, Tanner. They've got Casey Jones and the
Captain America.
the First to Fall RAF as well, which I know is the RAF that Adam Batman Moran actually wanted, but he actually ordered the other RAF by mistake because he didn't realise there was 2 different RAFs. But I think Adam Batman Moran, this is the RAF that you wanted, and you've ordered the other one that's in stock right now. So this one I think this is up for pre-order right now in the UK. Actually, they put the pre-order up, I think.
Most places do have it. Most places do have that one.
Are you in on them, Tanner?
So I got the First of All wrap through NECA when they did their pre-order a few weeks ago.
Okay.
I wasn't, because that would have been the version I want, and I pre-ordered the version I've got at the moment. But I would have preferred the bloodied up version to have him being dead, basically, because he dies in that issue. And then, when this came out, I was on the fence for him. And you being the terrible influence was like, how can you call yourself a rap fan and not pick him up this?
I'm not wrong.
So I did buckle and go with this one, so I can have one living rap, one dead rap. But I do want Casey Jones as well. I'm not a fan of that face sculpt that comes with him, but I'm just going to have him in the hockey mask.
Have the mask on. I agree. The face sculpt on that is. Let's have a quick look and see if we can find the unmasked head. Where is it? There's definitely a picture of it somewhere, ain't there?
Is there one in the accessory shot?
Yeah, they've not put the picture up without it. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid. I can't zoom in further. But yeah, it's not the greatest. But he is an older gentleman at this point, I suppose. Right, I heard Craig say you want the Captain America. I think this will be up in the UK. I've been told with confidence. Unlike Falcon Cap, this one will make it here.
Gutted about Falcon Cap, I wanted that one the most.
Well, hopefully our American friends can help us with Falcon Cap. But this guy should appear in the regular spots, just in smaller
Just send us a box full, guys, alright.
Yeah, Falcon Cap. Anyone else?
What about Prowler?
Prowler,
I might go for Prowler.
Yeah, Prowler's obviously a layup for me anyway, isn't it? So
Prowler, definitely.
Look how good that looks. Yeah. He just looks so good on the retro card. The retro card just makes things look bigger. You could put a piece of shit in a retro card and I'd put it on the wall. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm an idiot.
Someone can do that for your secret Santa.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't actually do
Everyone's just going to send him shit in the retro card.
I've got the Scream, actually, but I don't know what this Inferno one is. But I do like the Scream. Scream's one of my favourite horrors, to be fair. Even though it's not really a horror. It's just an iconic character I grew up with, I suppose.
Dan, you've been talking retro cards forever, but where do you think I am? This is my whole collection.
Yeah, but it's the Star Wars realm. It's the one sort of category I can't talk as deeply and passionately about.
But when you talk about retro cards, it's the same damage I suffer from.
Yes,
you and I have the same disease.
Yes. I like that. I like that. There's some wrestling stuff as well. There's AEW and there's WWE. But again, anyone else there? Is there anything that stands out to anybody on Collecticon? No. Okay. Cool. There's a few bits and pieces. Some Masters of the Universe. There's some Origins.
Walmart
maybe.
is awful to deal with.
It's random.
Sting.
It's Sting. He's retired this week. I did watch the retirement sort of revolution. Darby Allin did a swanton bomb off the top of the ladders into a plate of glass. What an idiot! What an idiot. But he survived to tell the tale, so fair play. That one's turtle. This guy's turtle related, I think, isn't he? This one.
Yeah, Krang, isn't it? From the
Oh, is that the Motu swap?
The Motu, Cloud. Yeah.
I think my friend Adam in the chat. Adam's ordered an extra Origins He-Man in the cartoon style that I'm going to grab off him, and then I think I might try and grab the turtles just to go with him. Maybe we shall see.
Donatello was in Forbidden Planet, Dan, when I went there.
I might have to send you back.
I
might have to send you back to get
You should have told me, Mark.
Yeah.
You're at work though, Tanner. He shops while we're at work. We missed it.
Yeah. And Leo.
Yeah. Yeah, Leo, this is like 60 quid though, isn't it, for the two of them?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, that's right. Not cheap. Yeah.
Ooh, that stings. That stings. That stings. See, stings on the screen there, Mike. Right. Okay. So I'll throw it to Tom. To Mark. Sorry, Mark. You got some news. You sent me a picture, but I've
actually I ended up sending you two, Dan. So I sent you one early, and then I ended up sending you one just for the stream as well because I thought something a bit older that yeah.
Right, well,
so
this is the first one I've got. So this is an opportunity to speak about this whole wave of multiverse.
Yeah.
The people. We talk about multiverse occasionally on the chat. Some people collect, some people pick and choose. Like Rush was showing some off on today's stream. This is the latest wave, which is the Plastic Man Build-A-Figure. Yeah. And Plastic Man looks pretty good, to be fair. So I do think people might get suckered in on this wave just to add Plastic Man to their shelf. But it's is that Jon Stewart? Am I right in saying that's Jon Stewart?
I think you're right. Yeah,
Jon Stewart, Batman.
Lantern, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to tell you what Superman that is, and that's some version of Aquaman. But what stands out to you here, Mark?
Well, yeah, what it was, Dan. So I was doing my video and news and stuff on the weekend, and McFarlane started dropping these, I think, on the Saturday. The Superman and the Aquaman were the first two revealed, and I remember these from Grant Morrison's JLA, I think it was, which is a comic run in the 90s. I always see them like shown in Wizard and stuff like that, which was a comic magazine like in the 90s. So I kind of had a bit of nostalgia with that, but it was Batman in particular that really caught my eye because it just reminds me of the 1989.
It's the movie. Look.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember having that when I was young, and I thought, yeah, I could, Todd McFarlane's 7-inch DC multiverse version of that. I'll take that. I had the Mattel version, which was 6-inch, because it was like a Amazon exclusive or something like that, I think. But I had one of those. But yeah, this just hits the nostalgia, sort of buttons for me. So I'll definitely try and some replicas will probably get this in. So this is one I'll probably try and pick up probably this week. I think they go up for pre-order. But like you say, it's like the movie. I mean, it just reminds me of the movie. It's got those vibes. That's what, it was one of my, when I was little, it was one of my favorite sort of like figures in my collection. So adding it to my new collection would just be, perfect. That's one, Dan.
Is there anyone else in the chat that have got their eye on any of these? Rush, are you going to add any of these to your little DC shelf?
I would love to add the Plastic Man, but he's a Build-A-Figure, so I don't really care to get the other figures just to get the Build-A-Figure. So unfortunately, I'll have to pass on that.
You're not going to be the only one that is in that category. I would, if Plastic Man was a single release, I'd be tempted to get him. But the Build-A-Figure is a bit frustrating. You've got to spend £100 to get the £25 figure that you want, annoyingly. Anyone else in on any of these on screen?
I'd like the Jon Stewart and probably the Aquaman Plastic Man as well. So it'd obviously have to be the whole wave to get the Plastic Man.
Yeah,
but I think there's always room for another Superman and another Batman. Why not?
I'm not going to pretend to know what version of Superman that is. Does anyone with a bit more knowledge want to explain?
I sort of know a bit, Dan. There were two versions. There was like him in red as well. So I think right.
I think he's releasing both, isn't it?
Yeah. I think what happened, and someone knows better about DC will know better than me, but I think Superman split into two sort of beings, so in blue and in red.
Okay.
And like he was sort of, his powers changed a bit. They were called more energy-based powers. So this was kind of during the 90s. I think that's what happened. I think the blue and red versions of him sort of came back together and formed Superman again eventually. I think that's what it is, but I could be wrong.
In the chat, Christopher Allen says, it saddens me that I'm going to have to buy a whole McFarlane wave because he wants Plastic Man. And that's how they get you. That is how Toddy Mac gets you. He puts the desirable character as the Build-A-Figure. Quinn Comics asks, does Plastic Man come with regular parts to make him look non-stretchy? Again, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I don't think he does. Looking at the package pictures,
I don't think he does.
He does.
He does.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he does.
He comes with interchangeable parts. There are some other pictures that you can see that shows like the package things. Like for everyone that's like, oh, I don't want another Batman. All the like stretchy parts and the two heads come with the Batman figure, so you have to get Batman for that. But with Superman, it's like, to expand on that, it's like to keep him spruced up, it's like they end up altering Superman's powers where he lost all of his regular powers. And his powers were now electrical, and the only way to actually keep him like solid was to put him into this containment suit, which was his new costume. And as a throwback to like the old like 1940s, when there's a comic storyline where Superman got split into two characters, red and blue, it's kind of a throwback to that. It was originally first Superman Blue, and then later on it's kind of split apart, and the blue one was more pacifist, whereas the red one was more of the more brutal one. So, but as Mark was saying, it's like they eventually combined back together and you got your classic Superman back. But yeah, it was just something that they tried changing up Superman to make him more cool in the 90s, and that's why they did that. So
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See, Rush.
I noticed the glasses were on, you see.
Yeah.
So I thought
Glasses came out.
best go to Rush there for the
Yeah.
Was this after they killed him off, Rush? Just to clarify.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was way after they killed him off. This was like late 90s, whereas I believe they killed him off in like 93, 91, 90, some early 90s. So later on, again, this is all the Grant Morrison JLA run, which is kind of strange because the Green Lantern during that run was Kyle Rayner, but since they threw him in the Kilowog set, they put John Stewart into this one. So, yeah.
Jay's Toy Collection UK in the chat says 100% in on this wave. The Plastic Man Build-A-Figure looks excellent. It's a 90s Superman. There's a red version too, like we've just explained. Paul McCartney says, Plastic Man looks great. I got the Ben Affleck Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice yesterday. Head sculpt, not so good. Added a bit of stubble, looks better already. The head sculpts for more realistic characters with McFarlane are never always the best, unfortunately, but the comic ones are getting better for sure. All right, so there's a bit of detail. Mark Tat's got a little bit of news.
Sure do, Dan.
And I believe this is, we might have mentioned it briefly, but it's the loose collectibles.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So I'm not a big Leaf fielder, however you say. I didn't know much about these characters until Loose Collectors sort of revealed them. I mean, it's essentially knockoff Cable and knockoff Lobo, right?
No, it's not.
I mean, that's kind of like, that's kind of like what. So the guy who looks like Cable's called Cabot Strike. What his kind of power set is a bit. Basically, he keeps being killed on the battlefield and reincarnated. So a bit like Tom Cruise in that film Live, Die, Repeat. I guess.
Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow.
Cable, Edge of Tomorrow, exactly. Bit like that.
Is it wrong? I would have used the example of Kenny from South Park.
Or Kenny from South Park. There you go, Tanner. Yeah. So, he's like a superhero Kenny from South Park.
Oh my God! So you kill Cable, you bastard!
Yeah. So he's like a military guy, sort of, Black Ops kind of guy, that kind of thing. The other Lobo type character is exactly like what you'd imagine with Lobo. He's kind of like a space mercenary.
He put his fingers in a socket. That's what he did.
Yeah. I don't know much about these characters, but they look really good, and they'll go with what my sort of collection is, currently G.I. Joe Classified Valaverse. I can fit these guys in with that. I've always wanted to try loose collector figures because I always hear so much about them. I think props and replicas may get these. I know Big Bad Toy Store have them up on pre-order at the minute, so I did put a pre-order in. The colours look great. I mean, these to me look like your kind of pinnacle of like, like paint apps and all that kind of thing. Yes, they're pricey, but Loose Collector's a smaller company. So, yeah, I'm excited for these. I'm excited for the Batman.
Loose Collectors does some good stuff. He's only really done the female stuff so far. I think he just recently did Rocket, the Rocketeer.
That's right.
Which has some good reviews. So I do think he will do a great job with these, sort of those Legends style, but better than Legends because it has that little bit more articulation, a little bit more accessories, a little bit more details. So it's just, I'm like you, I'm not familiar with these Liefeld characters. But if you are, then I'm sure you'll be. Anyone going to be getting any of these in the chat?
I think if they really wanted to be accurate with Rob Liefeld's work, is they wouldn't have feet.
I knew you were going there. Just some stumps. Yeah.
I'll say the original comic was cool. The first issue I actually used to have.
What is it? What's it called?
Bloodstrike.
Okay.
And kind of like where Cabot was a good guy, his brother was same as him but evil, so the teams kind of mixed and matched with each other. But the original comic was kind of cool, and if you looked at Bloodstrike #1, you could honestly everyone in the comic is a ripoff from someone else. There's even a pure Wolverine ripoff in that. But it's like the original comic, it was one because back in the 90s, they all had the different type of cool covers. This one was like black and white cover, but when it got heated up, it had like blood smears on it. It was kind of cool. So
nice.
I remember just getting it for the first issue because I thought it was a cool cover, but didn't really care for after that. The art was amazing. Nice, crisp, cool. The more expensive paper that Image was using that Marvel was not at the time, but Yeah, the story was not that good, and they end up like the Blood Wolf character. He was kind of brought into a couple issues later, so
Yeah,
cool figures, but $75 pieces.
Yeah, they're a bit pricey, aren't they, Rush? Yeah, but
but like you said, if you're a fan of these characters and you've never had them before in plastic representation, I'm sure you'll be happy to cough it up to add to your collection. Right, let's go across to Tom, because Tom sent me an email as well, but I don't even know. I haven't even.
Before we did that, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering where are you at on Mezco Turtles, because they're getting a lot of.
I'm not going to be able to afford them. Simple as that. I would like them, but unless I can find them at retail and do some sort of payment plan, not happening. I've seen them on eBay go for like $700 sold, shipping like already.
I think Comics and Cocktails still have them.
Sold out, really? Let's have a look, shall we? I've got the World Wide Web in front of me. Where did you so you said props and replicas first, Tom, yeah? Let's go to...
I mean, I think they do. And they were the cheap.
Props and replicas are sold out. Check Comics and Cocktails, though.
All right, let's have a look then, shall we?
Check both.
We're looking. Right, it's a bit of live shopping. Bit of live shopping here for us. So it'd be in stock, wouldn't it? Is there a search?
No, they're not. They're not
yet. No, it's pre-order.
They're out in the US, but not yet.
Mezco, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So they're out of stock on.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Just so people can see in the chat. There's your visual proof. The Turtles are sold out.
Oh, they look so good.
I've seen a Parallel Universe keep posting pictures, and like I didn't even realise they come with so much stuff. But 360, it stings. Don't get me wrong, it stings. But I'm about to pay that much on a bloody turtle layer that comes with shit all. So. Jamie, I can hear your camera mic's on. Do you want to say something?
I think they're out of stock on Comic and Cocktails as well, by the looks of it.
Okay, let's have a little look.
You should hit up Curtis props and replicas, because he often has extra, and if you ask him, he'll put them aside for you.
You seem to be more paddy with Curtis than me. Maybe my friend
I'll
Tom can.
I'll ask him for you.
Teenage Mutant Mezco. Is the price similar on here as well? Teenage Mutant Turtles.
I think it's a little bit more expensive.
It's 440 on there.
Bloody hell!
Wow.
Why so much more? They're not even coming up.
What about Whole Shebang?
No, it's sold out there. I had looked the other day.
Oh, bloody hell. Look at this, people. It seems like we have a lot of options in the UK, but there's not that many.
Is that a price for a 4-pack you're talking about?
Yes, all 4.
Yeah, it's about $100 a turtle. It was $400 through Big Bad Toy Store, but their pre-orders haven't even come in yet.
There we go. There they are. Pre-order
for the record, it doesn't make it better in my eyes, but I just wanted to make sure that wasn't each.
Well, do you know we talked about earlier, Kurt, about there's been so many incarnations of the Turtles?
Yeah.
These are like their own unique thing, but they sort of take inspiration from different places of the Turtle universe. Like they look Mirage style, but then they've got the colours from the Toon, and it's like they've got that realistic sort of skin sort of vibe like the movies. It's like a weird amalgamation of all the different Turtle things. Am I wrong in saying that, Tom?
I think of them more as a kind of Mirage / 2003 Turtles match.
Yeah.
Nerd Toys UK have them in, and you can pay off with lay-by at £66.
Where's that?
Nerd Toys UK.
See, I've never heard of Nerd Toys. No offense.
I have ordered off of them before.
I've ordered stuff off them.
I think I've ordered once from them too.
Are we going to see a live purchase?
No, definitely not.
No.
It's the best type of therapy. Come on.
No, a purchase like that. A purchase like that requires like planning and like
Love it, Rush.
months ahead. Like no way. Mezco.
One thing I will say, Dan.
Yeah.
You said you didn't know it came with so much. We discussed this on Turtles and T when the
we talk
pre-order
about
was
so bloody much, don't we? Obviously, I raised it from my brain. Mezco, let's be honest. We spoke about this probably coming in 2026. So I just erased it from my brain. I didn't think Mezco would actually make their actual shipping date, did I?
Also, seeing the photos and stuff like that, it's like, oh wow, this comes with a lot. But then when you start seeing people's pictures and seeing what they come with, it's a bit of a different impact. You're like, oh wow, they really come with a lot of shit. Yeah. Like it was the same with the Crow. When I got him, he actually had more stuff in the package than they showed in any kind of promotional material.
It's the same with this Preface figure. I kind of didn't really realise how much stuff he came with and how much fun it would make the figure. So it's when you start getting it in hand, it does make a massive difference. And like you say, that Crow figure was amazing.
So yeah, Turtles tempting for sure. And yeah, I guarantee you, Tanner, when we spoke about this, I was cracking jokes like we're going to see these in like 2026. So that's why I raised them for my grades. 100% we were, because Mezco is shit at hitting their dates, but they seem to be actually catching up, don't they, for a change?
Yeah, I paid off a pre-order last week, and that was for a figure that I ordered off Mezco less than a year ago.
Yeah, there you go. So,
and that's never happened before.
Exactly. So you can't blame me for thinking that these wouldn't be here so soon. So, yeah, Scotty C's just checked for Blue Cloud Collectibles, and he said, just check, my supply is sold out, unfortunately. So, to be fair, props and replicas have the best price. So, if Tom can ask the question...
I'll ask her to.
Yeah, nice one. But let me go to Tom's first picture then, because I think Cloud is going to like this.
I think
Cloud's going to be happy with this.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
Go on,
Pre-ordered.
take it away, Tom, then go on.
But this kind of piqued my interest because I always keep saying the figure line, one of the figure lines I'd love them to bring back is Adventure People. And this guy is based on an old Adventure People.
Really? Like Fisher Price?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's even called Fisher Price.
Fisher Rice.
Fisher
Rice. And isn't his group like the Adventure Squadron or something like that?
Is he friends with Phil Jones? He'll phone
I mean, Cloud probably knows more about it than me, to be fair. I just saw it on the Fresh Weekly or whatever it's called.
Is this
That's it?
That's the original figure.
Oh, okay, nice. Thank you.
And I think it's like there was a figure in that line called X-Ray Man who had a completely transparent body with that head, and then they kind of did a version.
I didn't know Adventure People had aliens though. I'm just thinking of like farmers and shit. You know, just a guy driving a tractor
stuff as well as the regular stuff. I think particularly later on in the line, and I had this one as a kid. I didn't have many. I think I had 3 or 4, but this is one of the ones I had. So I am sorely tempted by this figure. To be honest, he does look very cool.
He grabbed a lot of attention.
Do you reckon he's going to sell out fast, Cloud?
So, I want to say, I mean, it's really going to depend on where you're pre-ordering, because the last wave, the one that's starting to ship now, the people I'm waiting on from last Wednesday, they've kind of been available readily. Like, Big Bad still has them up for pre-order, but I can't say for sure, because they always tend to have things. But the problem is, if you hesitate on this wave, there's no other way to get them. At least with like certain Four Horsemen figures, you might be able to see them at a show. They might do an in-stock sale on their website. But the retailer appreciation wave that he is a part of, the only way to get it is through the official retailers. I think, somebody tell me the one in the UK?
Emporium of Cool, Cloud.
Emporium of Cool, thank you. So if they're getting them, and they are going to go based on pre-orders as well. If they have 1,000 pre-orders, they may order 1,500 of these, but once they're gone, there's no other way to get them. So I would say if this is something you're looking at, put a pre-order in, grab it. If when you get it, you're like, I don't think this is for me, there's definitely a way to flip it.
Yeah, it's not something that's going to lose its value after the purchase.
No.
Yeah.
So like, I'd do what Cloud suggested. Just grab it,
I
get
think
it
props
in
and
hand.
replicas have got them as well.
Yeah,
Props and replicas may, yeah. He's interesting. I did not have the Adventure People. I like the alternate look with like the robotic limbs and like the alien heads that he has. Like he comes with so much stuff. So you can kind of switch it up. I like the black, the purple, the teal. So I figured, you know what? If I'm considering it, I put in a pre-order for it. If I get it and I don't care, I'll move it. But I don't want to miss out because I'm not going to see this at Legion's
I've got
Con.
one of the officers, one of the science officers from the original line of thingy, which this
Cosmic,
is, built on the base body of. But my one never came with the dome, and so.
Oh yeah, that's
the blue one I've got. The yellow.
The
one.
science officer doesn't.
Yeah.
How tall will this be? Is this 7-inch or 6-inch?
I'll grab the body. Hang on.
Yeah, I've got one as well, Tom. To be fair, it's bigger than you think. To be honest, it's 7
Yeah,
inches,
I had a few Mythic Legions a while ago, but some of the motor-inspired ones. But I've only got the troll now, the giant troll, which is in the back.
From like the cosmic stuff, it'll fit similar to like the Master stuff.
Okay.
They're pretty easy to find where I am. I got a local.
Okay, so it's pretty big.
Yeah.
But
They
maybe
tend to run
Wolverine's
large.
smaller, so-
Wolverine's a bit small. He's the first one that I could grab, but to give you an idea, they tend to be a bit bulkier and a bit taller than they may be more in line with like
It's more NECA
McFarlane
vibe.
figures.
It's NECA and McFarlane.
Or NECA,
vibe.
yep.
Yeah.
But this is that figure.
Yeah, it's the
He's
base
just
one,
got a
it's
different
in the
body.
back. Yeah, for sure. Looks good though.
That looks good.
Does look good. Does look good. There you go. There's that. So that's the Mythic Legions, and it's the retailer. What's it called? Cloud. The retailers.
Retailer appreciation. This is the second time they've done this. The pre-orders went up, I believe, on the 1st. They're taking them until the end of this month. 99% positive it's just the end of this month. And the goal is last year they revealed the first wave, and we're just getting them now. The goal with these are to have them out this year.
Very nice. Very nice. Right, and Tom sent me another picture, and I don't know what.
I don't know if this is news, but I just have not seen anyone mention the fact that there's a new 1/12 scale Optimus Prime.
Tell us about it,
wow.
because I don't know.
Well, I only saw it this
I've
week.
seen pictures, but I don't know
There was
anything
a link
about it.
on that same email to the Kapow page to order it, so you can.
Okay, let's have a little look then. So, Pengu, the penguin makes toys now.
But
Pengu.
it's just a
Am I
third-party
saying it
company, so
wrong?
it's not an official release.
Does it
but,
say Pengu though? Is my brain getting it wrong?
I think
Pangu,
it's
Pangu.
Okay, Pangu it is. Commander oversized. So they're not even saying the word Optimus.
So it's a
Prime.
not Optimus
Yeah,
Prime.
Yeah.
no, definitely. We can all confirm though, right? It's not Optimus Prime. No
That's
way.
awesome.
Yeah.
Completely, definitely not Optimus Prime. We can all agree.
Unique
on that.
character.
Yeah, just got. So it's hard to show the images off in here. To be fair, let's go back to Tom's image actually, because that was actually pretty cool. Because I like the
So
scale.
I
Yeah.
stole that off YouTube
Right.
page, which I can't remember whose it was now.
Shout out whoever you are. Make yourself
What's the
known.
price point?
Here.
We can go. The price point.
I think it was
is-
Ben's Collectables.
Oh, he's a UK guy, I think. Ben's Collectibles.
Yeah, he's a UK guy.
Yeah. 175.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's
175.
That's quite good actually.
And use discount code DanWho. Save yourself 5% on top of that. All right, you're welcome. All right, links in the description. I like that scale. Like, it's not crazily big.
Huge.
But it's not crazily big, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that in the back of a Joe display would look pretty.
yeah. Like, I want to see it.
Okay.
So, because you've got Outback there, and like he only comes up to his shin. Like, I think that's a pretty good size to not be crazy. Like, it's probably a little bit underscaled if it was really 1/12, but it works for a display. Like, it does its
I
intention.
don't know. I reckon it might be the right size. I'm trying to think of the cartoon, and when the humans are standing talking to Optimus, he's much bigger than them, but he's not so big it's ridiculous.
The scale in the cartoon was weird because you also have to keep in mind Megatron turned into a gun, so we have to just throw that out the window.
Yeah, it does look good. I do like it. I like when that's why I love the 1/12 scale, because there's so many lines can sort of blur and you can sort of cross these batter lines, and like Optimus needs to be bigger to work, so this would work.
I just don't have the budget at the moment. If I had the budget, then I might. But it's also the height on the shelf.
How tall is it? How tall is he? Right, let's have a look.
I don't know. He's got to be at
Massive,
least
17.7
inches.
18 inches.
Hang on, what's my tape measure?
Oh, and he transforms.
I
That's
transformed.
Here we go.
Yeah, he
What
does.
was it, guys? What was it?
17.7. So there he is. He transformed into that. That's pretty. I didn't think he transformed, to be fair. So
Yeah, and I
No,
would have been
same.
happy if he didn't transform.
17.7 inches.
You're talking just under 1.5 feet.
That's what she said.
no, I'm looking.
Yeah,
Right,
you had that measuring tape readily available.
I was looking for.
Yeah,
I've
it's
only got
because
a
I've been
ruler.
doing the display, that's all.
My new miscellaneous shelf, right? I keep telling you that I haven't finished it yet, but my new miscellaneous shelf, I've got bigger space now. So like the van, I had to up the shelf height because of the van. So like Optimus on a miscellaneous shelf surrounded by loads of other figures, just like that picture, would be pretty cool. But I haven't got my tape measure, so there's 12 inches. So I do actually think it'd be too
that.
big.
Oh yeah.
Seven-
Oh yeah.
It'd be too big.
17.7 is
Yeah.
that.
Hang on,
And then
let's-
the 6 inches is just here. So you a
hang on,
normal
let me go to
Joe
the
would be about that size. So can I pull back there? That's it. It'd be the size of that.
Hold it.
Right,
but
someone
hold
screenshot that and send it to a female.
But yeah, that's that's 6 inches there, so that would be a
That's how
Joe.
deep it will go.
And then
And
yeah,
that's how big it is. No,
there you go.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. All right, good stuff. It does look good. Does look good. The Pingu. I'm just going to call it the Pingu Optimus Prime. Do my American friends know who Pingu the Penguin is?
Yeah, little claymation penguin. Right?
Oh, so you had a Pingu as well. Yeah, he was annoying.
Well, I mean, nobody's surprised I know what that is.
He was annoying. He wasn't funny. He was just annoying, and his little family were annoying too. Anyway, that's enough of the Pingu hate. Right, Cloud, you got any toy news you want to bring up?
No, I want to talk about The Simpsons.
Let's do it. That's what I wanted. Thank you, Cloud. I'll slip you that £5 note later. Right, let's get into some Simpsons talk. Right, because I've been waiting.
£5, that's cheap.
I've been waiting. Look, let me close these pages, right? So, Simpsons. There it is. There's the logo. Let me get it on the screen. Right, so, people, the chat right now, there's a poll in the chat right now that literally says, will Jack's Pacific do a better job with The Simpsons than Super 7? So, it was announced via Brian Flynn on the on a live stream with Veebs of the former Fuchs. So, it was on Robo's channel, I believe, where they said that The Simpsons line will not be continuing after the 4th wave of Ultimate. So the 4 waves that are currently up for pre-order are all happening, but there will be no more solicited after that because the license, the Disney license, is sort of fading away with Super 7 for whatever creative reasons behind the scenes. I guess we'll never fully know the story, but it just means no more Simpsons Ultimates. And I was in on the Simpsons Ultimates, and I think I will still get the rest of them. I think I'm going to take over Jay's pre-orders for him because Jay's all over the place, so I'm going to save him from those pre-orders. But I liked what they were doing with the Ultimates line, but I just didn't like their character selection out the gate. I think we should have got the family quicker and then went a bit crazy. For the first 4 waves, should have had a main cast character at least, and then we would have had that. We would at least, if they did Homer, Bart, Lisa, and then Maggie and Marge together, we would have had the family complete in those 4 waves and could have still had a selection of random characters. I think that would have been the best way to do it, but for whatever reason they just went out the gate crazy random characters. So the collection, if you go all in with the Ultimates, is going to look a little bit random, like just random, but they still look good. Shout out the Veebs as well, because he's got them in hand already. So this is wave 2. Duffman,
Scorpio,
Hank Scorpio, one of my favourite characters, like a really nice Bond villain. The episode's so good. I'm after a hammock. Have you tried Hammock Town next to Hammock? Never mind. You got Krusty as well, who's one of my favourite characters, and then Bartman, who was a 90s sensation. Even Kurt knows how to do the Bartman. So that's wave 2. 2 Santa's little helpers as well, by the way. 2 Santa's little helpers. You get one with Bart and one with Duffman. So that wave looks good, and out of packaging, that's how they look. So, as a Simpsons fan, I'm still in with the Ultimates, even though I know there's a finish line. And as I said to Jay, the silver lining with this Ultimates is that there's a start and a finish. So in my head, I'm still going to have a complete collection. If I get all 4 waves, I've got a complete collection of Simpsons Ultimates. Now, the news is that Jack's Pacific have announced they are taking over the Simpsons license. So I'll read the little script for anyone who doesn't know. And by the way, I know I'm taking up a bit of time talking about the Simpsons, but it is genuinely my favourite TV show, full stop, period. If you put me on a desert island and said you can only watch one show for the rest of eternity, it would be The Simpsons. And you couldn't challenge it because they're in season 35. I could watch a different episode every single day and be fine for years. Do you know? So we're good. Right, so I couldn't be happier to share the news that in fall 2024, Jax will be launching an extensive product line dedicated to The Simpsons, as The Simpsons is well into its record-breaking 35th season this fall. It continues to be one of the most popular series on both Sky and Disney+. I'm not going to read all of that, but I'll leave it on screen for you to read as you wish. But basically, Jack's Pacific, the same company that do Pokemon, same company that do what is it? Sonic, thank you. Mario, like, yeah, thank you.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, no, it isn't Crash. Crash is.
Oh, is it not Crash?
No, Crash is someone else. Crash is a UK company, I think. So, yeah, but definitely Sonic and Mario for sure. And I'm sure if you go to any toy store, even in the UK, if you go to Smith's, which is probably the biggest toy store now, there's lots of Sonic and Mario stuff, so it's plentiful. It's easy to find, and I'm sure for you guys in the US, if you go Targets and Walmarts, are you seeing the Mario and Sonic stuff everywhere? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the Jack specific stuff does have a great sort of distribution.
Are they the company that does Fortnite, or is that somebody else?
I think I think they did do a scale of Fortnite for sure.
Oh,
they did the smaller size Fortnite ones,
Okay,
whereas
okay.
McFarlane used to do larger size before it sold to Hasbro. Jax is still producing the smaller size Fortnite ones.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's the 4-inch Fortnite stuff is Jack. They also do AEW as well. If you're into any of the AEW figures, they do that stuff. So Jax is genuinely, it's like the fourth. I think at one point they were the fourth biggest toy company. But when you think that doesn't sound great, does it? But when you think Hasbro, multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, Mattel. And then the third one's probably Funko Pop. I don't know. Someone's going to have to Google that quick while I'm talking. But I do think Jazzwares is up there with being one of the best toy companies currently. And it's because of them picking licenses like Pokemon and Fortnite and going crazy with it. So the idea of them taking Simpsons it intrigues me. Now, at first, I was a bit hesitant to get excited about it, but there are some few images. So there was a recent toy fair for industry people somewhere. Again, don't quote me where it was, but Jazzwares were basically announcing this and showing off some product boxes, but no actual product to show. So it just gives you an idea of what's to come. And as you can see, if I skip through the images here, different scales, different styles of packaging. Sort of a bit random. We don't really have much details. Like that's the Homer episode where Homer gets hulked out, which we've never had in figure form before. There's a play set of the living room. What's that, Cloud?
No, it's just awesome.
Oh yeah. There's the play set of the living room, which looks pretty cool. And that's not like a paper backdrop as well, because you can see in the picture Homer's 3D and the sofa's 3D as well. So even if the back is a backdrop, the sofa's definitely a 3D print or something. So that'd be interesting. There's another Bartman. There's another Homer. What's that?
So are some of these the same scale as the Playmates?
This is what we don't know. Look, if I scroll down, you'll see a smaller box here where you've got the whole family in the box, and then you've got a separate Bart. And if you're all familiar with the Simpsons, with the Sonic and Mario, they do different scales for them as well, don't they? They do like really small ones and then like 4-inch ones and stuff. So
with the Sonic ones, it's like I think it's 2.5, and they do the play sets with them ones.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's what the house is going to be. It's going to be the smaller scale.
Yeah.
And then the rest are obviously going to be like, have you seen the Mario movie ones?
Yeah.
I reckon that will be like the 6-inch sort of scale.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be 6-inch. I think it's about 4 or 5 to go in line with the.
Yeah.
But if you look at the little Homer next to the Bart, that looks about double the size, so you could guess about 5-inch.
Yeah. So they're basically, and obviously that Krusty there, the Krusty doll. To be fair, that's pretty funny because that episode, the Krusty dolls are evil, and they try and get rid of them. It's funny anyway. That's
Dan.
Good. That's bad. That's good. Yes, Mark.
Well, I was just going to say a bit of out-the-box thinking. I watched that video, and the lady was speaking in Portuguese.
Oh, can you translate for us? Please do, yes.
Well,
do.
I wasn't going to say me, but I know Rush, it was just a bit of out-the-box thinking. Rush's wife is Brazilian, so she might be able to translate it for us if he were to show it to his wife.
Yeah,
so
Rush, could you genuinely do that?
Send a link to me, and I can, send it to her. But real quick, do you actually want to know who the biggest toy company is?
Is it not Hasbro?
It's Lego, isn't it?
Oh, of course it's Lego. Yeah, of course
it's Lego.
Yeah, of course it is. So does it go
Hasbro's
Lego?
3.
Okay, so Lego. Let's guess this then, right? So Lego, Mattel, Hasbro.
Nope.
Okay, so who's second? Is it Funko?
Bandai.
Bandai.
Wow. Okay, I guess because of the east coast of the world, I suppose.
Lego, Bandai, Hasbro, Mattel, and fifth is MGA.
MGA. So
whoever
MGA?
that is.
Interesting. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, because a lot of us we tend to think toy companies, and we think in our lane and anything adjacent to that. But like toy companies do stuff for like little itty bitty kids.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So we have to take that.
MGA has a Bratz line.
Okay, see,
I thought Bratz was Mattel. They're like the dolls, ain't they? Right?
That's Barbie.
They were competition for Barbie, weren't they? So
I still thought Bratz was just a stylized version of Never
like the
mind.
big heads, right?
I don't know. I'm not a guy.
Why are we talking about this?
Yeah. Right, next week, let's break down the new wave of brats coming to the channel.
Yeah, Jack's Pacific comes in number 11.
Wow, okay. Well, Jeremy Padawa has been lying to me then, because I swear he was saying like they're the fourth biggest. Maybe he meant fourth biggest in the US, maybe. I don't know. But he's definitely used the phrase the fourth biggest before. Jeremy Padawa used to... What was the company?
Yeah, guys always lie about that. I just don't trust it.
Yeah, Jazzwares, but Jazzwares are a section of Jack's Pacific type thing. They're all under the same umbrella, I think. So, anyway, Simpsons line... My thoughts are, I'm excited to see more Simpsons product for sure, but like Tom alluded to, what I really want is a continuation of the World of Springfield, or like a fresh breath of fresh air, because the World of Springfield line was flawless. It was perfect. It was a 4-inch scale version of the Simpsons universe, and they even did play sets and environments and like get rid of the chip gimmick. We don't really care about the talking gimmick, but just the character design brought into the 3D world. That's all it needed to be. That's all you needed.
Who did the World of Springfield?
Playmates. So when I heard that Super 7 were like backing off, I was thinking, okay, Playmates are doing a lot of re-releases at the minute with Turtles. Maybe they're thinking, oh, we could just re-release. They could literally, because the World of Springfield line ended in 2004. That's 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Just pull out the mods.
That's what I mean. Just restart it at wave 1. Just re-release them, like, because a whole new generations of Simpsons fans are around now. Go on, Jamie. I can hear you. Mike.
I do think that obviously they have to be careful with the re-releases because they don't want to alienate the fans that already have the stuff and bring new fans on.
Well, that's what you do a mix where you
put them on a new card.
Or you put a new card, or you put a couple of new characters in a wave, so the old collectors can still get involved, but then ignore. But you know what collector mentality of like, if they're going to release a new version with more accessories, a little bit better, they're going to upgrade. That's what we do.
Well, you're going to need another wall to put the new cards on.
Look, no, I'd open them. I'll open them for sure. Like, my Simpsons display is a bit of a mess, like, to be completely honest, but I do want to make more room for the Simpsons. So,
isn't Playmates just re-releasing all the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, like same as? So
exactly
it's like
the point.
Same thing that Mattel's doing with the He-Man. It's like that's what Origins is. They're kind of just re-releasing all the originals, so they could easily do that.
Exactly the point I've been making. That's exactly what I thought Playmates could do, but for whatever reason, they don't want nothing to do with it. Of course, since then, Disney now owns Simpsons. That never used to be the case, so I'm sure there's more logistics going on behind the scenes. Maybe there's more licensing money involved now. I don't know, but clearly Playmates didn't want to touch it, so Jack's Pacific are taking it on. But that's your Ultimates Wave 1. Go on, Jamie.
Sorry, it could also be down to how profitable the line was in the first place.
It was successful. It was.
Yeah.
It just sort of fizzled out, unfortunately. But
you know, it's like, it's different now because collecting is different, and then we're all older, and we, like, you know I was in a position 20 years ago where I wasn't really buying as many action figures as I wanted to. So if you re-release all these things that I missed out on, I'm going to jump on that. Like, I don't want to get into another line, but the Simpsons would be really hard to pass up on, especially the way they did that with the variety of characters. Like, look, they did everybody.
These hold up for being representations for the Simpsons, the show. You just don't need nothing more than this. I don't need super articulated Simpsons characters. I just need the representation of all these characters that are like cemented in my brain. I don't think a day goes by where I'm not dropping Simpsons quotes to even people that don't know what I'm talking about. I just make myself laugh. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm in with the Ultimates. I like the Ultimates. I do. So I'm in with Wave 4. But when it comes to Jack's Pacific, I'm curious. Until I won't get excited until I see what they're doing, because I need to have more of an understanding of what's going on. But anyway, I've been talking far enough. Let's see what you guys think, because you know me, I'm a big Simpsons guy, so obviously I'm going to be intrigued by this. For anyone, I don't think any of you guys collect Simpsons stuff, but I know some of you are fans. They're having the opportunity to be in on the ground floor and pick and choose a brand new collection. Would any of you be intrigued in getting the Simpsons, Mark?
Maybe, Dan. Yeah, you'll build. You know what? You're selling it to me, Dan. Let's put it like that. You're selling it to me.
Give me a piece of the pie now. Come on now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, my only collection. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was World of Simpsons, but I'm not sure. When we were quite young, my sister had one Simpsons figure, which was Marge, but it's probably even before that, a line before that.
Metal. It was on the white cards.
Ah, okay, Mattel.
And they had speech bubbles.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they did the whole family, and then they did who was it? It was
Nelson.
Yeah, the whole family, and then Nelson. It was random.
Yeah. Okay, so my sister had that. So that's like the nostalgia for me in terms of remembering my sister having that figure. But yeah, I mean, I do like The Simpsons, so I probably would. But I'd as much enjoy seeing it with you guys, you know, in your guys' collection as having it. But you're definitely selling it to me, Dan.
Brian in the chat is saying Jax and Jazzwares are two different companies. Jax is publicly owned, and Jazzwares is owned by the Berkshire Hathaway something or other. Yeah, so maybe that's me blurring the lines. So I apologise if I'm blurring the lines between their two lines. But the point I'm making is that a new company is making Simpsons figures. But yes, that's on me if I've blurred those two lines. Maybe Jeremy Padawa has nothing to do with Jax Pacific, and that's where I'm getting confused. So if I have got confused, I withdraw my previous statements. But when it comes to the Simpsons toys being made, that is definitely happening. Tom, you're looking confused. You don't care, do you?
No, I like The Simpsons. But if they were a decent price, I might buy the family. But I probably wouldn't go much deeper than that.
So if they were £10 figures like we currently have with like Mario and whatever, and they're just like 4-inch versions, sort of what we got with the Playmates days, you'd pick up the family at least?
I'd definitely consider it. I wouldn't say I definitely would.
No, that's fair because we haven't seen them yet. I have no idea if these are going to be any good at all. Cloud, you're with me. You're with The Simpsons. Would you be curious with these?
I like that they're doing different scales because real estate is definitely a concern in my collection room. So the option of having maybe like a tiny version of just the core family, and like we saw the display with the living room with the couch, something like that I can put the little figures on and just put it on its own shelf just to have that kind of representation. That's something I would absolutely go in for.
Yeah, these are these pictures are very blurry. These pictures are basically taken from an Instagram live, so they're not even like proper pictures. Someone was just scrolling their phone around. So that's and the video was in Portuguese. So like again, maybe Rush can get us some more details because they were speaking during the whole thing and probably telling us all the details we're currently asking. But unfortunately, none of us could understand it, and nor could JC because JC's not really give much more apart from the press release.
It's happening. Yeah.
Seriously, send me the video. I'll have my wife do it. She'll translate it easily.
Thanks, Rush.
Someone find that link. Someone find that link for sure. Because it's like a 5-minute video, but you can skip to the Simpsons bit for sure. There's different scales, different styles of boxes. Like these smaller ones in the blue packaging, and then the ones up top are a different style packaging that seem to have some different characters in. So I think they're more collector friendly. Maybe Danny. I don't know. That's what's annoying me. I don't know.
Oh, is that Dracula, Mr. Burns?
Yes, that's Dracula Burns.
Oh,
yes, Dracula
that's
Burns.
awesome.
Dracula
I might
Burns,
have to get that.
Hulk Homer. You've got Duffman over there. I've seen the family. I've seen like Wiggum and Apu and stuff like that in the background as well. So, yeah, I'm curious. Like, I want to know what the different lines are, what the price points are. I'm always scared though when starting a new line because I want to know how far is it going to go. At least with like Ultimates, we know there's 4 waves. With the World of Springfield, you got 10 years or whatever it was. Like, how long? I don't want to commit to a line and then it just fizzles out a year later. Do you know what I mean? I just want to know where it's going. Like, how confident is it? Can they at least tell us we're getting the whole family first so we can just get that over and done with? So, I don't know. That's what bothers me the most. Jamie, are you interested in any of these?
Well, I recently bought the family from the World of Springfield. So, I do think that I would get if they're the same price and size as the Sonic stuff, absolutely be in for the whole family because the World of Springfield's a line that's quite daunting to look at when you want to get into it. Yeah. So a start point would be great for what I want.
Look at the size of that bar and then look at the size of that playset. So I definitely think, like Craig said, the playsets are going to be scaled down. So they're going to be like, it's going to be like a really weird mini Simpsons living room you can have on your desk. I don't know. The scale.
The Sonics are literally like the smaller ones are like 2.5, so they're tiny.
Queen Comics in the chat says the Nintendo figures are well made and are priced right. If the Simpsons were made like that and the price point, then they do very, very well at retail and not just specialty shops. Yeah, that's the thing with the Simpsons. They're iconic. They're multi-generational. There's been around on people's TV screens for 35 years, and like it's a cartoon. So it's like kids watch it as a kid because it's a cartoon, but then as you get older, you start to catch the jokes and you have a whole new appreciation for it. I watched it as a kid, but I enjoy it more as an adult.
It's different, yeah. I think when the show started, I think I was Lisa's age, and now I'm older than Homer. So like it's been around for almost my entire life.
Yeah, no, same. It debuted the year I was born, I think. So
the show is older than me.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. But yeah. What about you, Rush? Any interest in The Simpsons?
No, sorry. Again, my ideal toy line now, I'm waiting for Scooby-Doo. So give me a Scooby-Doo. And that's going back to how we were talking about Mezco. That would be the one type of Mezco that they could convince me on, especially with the cloth goods if they were to do a Scooby-Doo line. But beyond that, I'm good.
No, you're not the only one. Hanna-Barbera, like, there's loads of characters within that sort of zeitgeist. If they did it at the collector scale, people would be interested. Tanner, Simpsons.
I think the Mezco Simpsons.
Yeah, wow, wouldn't they look really weird?
Yeah, but they could do like what they did with Popeye and just.
I suppose maybe. I'd like to see it, but I wouldn't. It wouldn't be my.
Yeah, it wouldn't be precise to the cartoon. But
yeah, it wouldn't be my. They'd be a bit more real. I don't know. It'd be a bit weird.
Have I just suggested something too outside of the ballpark? Of,
yeah, I think so. You've given me nightmares. To be honest, that's a bit weird.
Have you seen like the AI generated? If the Simpsons were real, that's what they would look like.
Yeah, it'd be a bit. Yeah, don't give me nightmares. Right, Tanner, what do you think in Simpsons? Any care?
I'll live vicariously through you.
Okay, that's fine.
On this, but if they do like a South Park line, or if anybody does a South Park line, I will probably get in on a South Park line because I do love South Park.
I brought that wave 1 of South Park figures from B&M. That 4 sets. You get the 4 and then you get Butters. Where's wave 2? I'd keep buying them. I need to show them off on a stream. Basically, there's a line of South Park collectible figures.
Big heads, right?
Well, yeah,
they're all weird shaped.
Yeah, they're just like little mini ones.
But it says Series 1 on the box, and I'm like, where's Series 2? I'd keep buying them. Do you know, like, but where are they? They don't exist. Kurt, any interest in The Simpsons?
So I just sent you a link through a DM that reminds me of these play sets. So while you're checking that, I'll make a full confession here.
You've never watched The Simpsons? You've never... Oh, come on now, Kurt. Come on.
I had a collection of over 200 World of Springfield.
Oh, wow. This is what I want to hear, Kurt. Yeah. That's what I want to hear.
The only one I have left that I have not sold is the comic book guy, because I thought if I can get that collection space together, that would be a cool one just to have.
So you are a Simpsons fan. I love it. I love it.
I have Hans Mole Man somewhere.
Oh,
so you see these... You see these little Funko
Seinfeld,
they're Seinfeld, but they do them. I think they've done them with Friends. I think they've done them with a couple different series. That's what the scale and that Simpsons playset looks like to me.
Okay,
like they look really, really quite small. Jamie, you're kind of nodding there. Have you seen these?
I've not seen them. I was just looking at the pictures. Like they look cool.
Yeah, they're almost. I mean, those are modular. They almost look like Lego.
Yeah, they're cool. They do look
cool.
Yeah, they could be like the blind bag size.
Yeah,
I think I've seen not the Seinfeld ones, but they're itty bitty, and then you get like each one comes with a piece of the apartment, and you just kind of push them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's not that Homer there that you just showed with the couch.
Yeah, definitely looks small.
Yeah, I could see them being very, very tiny.
In the chat, Eddie Rodriguez says Futurama. Eddie Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Come on now, Eddie Rodriguez. You doubt me for a second, Eddie Rodriguez. Come on now. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt me. Come on. I need to add some light to this
You've only just
section.
found them out the cupboard after 5 years.
Look, I've opened them all up. I had the whole line and I opened it all up. I sold a couple off. I basically sold off Wooden Bender, Chef Bender, and then the superhero variants, and had enough to like. I basically brought a whole collection for like £500. I know, crazy, but it was the whole collection, and then I sold off maybe 6 and made £500. So all of these are fucking profit. That's how you toy collect, people. All right,
Wow.
That's how you toy collect. You make that big investment, sell off what you don't want, and if you put the work in, so essentially all of these profit. So one of every unique character. And that's all they did. To be fair, I do have the builder figures. I'm yet to add the builder figures. I've got the Santa. I've got Roberto. You know, the stabby guy. That if you watch, yeah, there you go. That's better than mine. Roberto, the Santa, and also the Devil Robot with his top hat. He's got like a magnet top hat. So yeah, I love Futurama as well. And then there's Futurama's back.
Oh, good.
New episode of Futurama on Disney Plus, and they've renewed it for another 2 seasons as well. So Futurama's going to be
3.
around. Yeah, so Futurama's going to be around for a little bit as well. So yeah, David X. Cohen, Matt Groening, that was their first spin-off, and it's up there with The Simpsons. It really is. It's so good. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And Mezco did some South Park says. Who was it? Who was it that said that? Someone said that.
Jamie.
Yeah, I think they had like.
Yeah, no, they're well expensive.
Heads.
They're well expensive though. I've looked. I've got South Park on a save list on eBay, and like Starving Marvin was like £100 mint in packaging. I was like, never buying that. But yeah, they're expensive. You can even get Towerly and like random. When I was a kid, I had all of the money boxes, but they just looked like figures because the money box hole was at the back of their head. So I had the 4 characters on the shelf, and
I had key rings, so they had like proper plastic thick key rings. So I had all the 4 kids, and I had a chef as well.
I had a cassette.
So I just unscrewed the key ring bit from their head. And basically held them around.
I don't know how young I was, but this is very inappropriate, right? So South Park, I must be, 10 years old, 11 years old, and I got my parents to buy me chocolate salty balls on tape, on cassette. Do you know what I mean? Like, my parents had no idea. They never listened to that. But it's literally the chef singing "Suck on my chocolate salty balls." And my parents brought me that unknowingly what they were purchasing me. Suck on my chocolate salty ball, put them in the mouth, put them in your mouth and suck them. South Park, the original series of South Park were wild. Okay, so Kurt's got a secret collection of the Simpsons that we've learned about.
They're mostly gone now. I sold off the collection to a comic book shop for a couple of really good vintage Star Wars figures back in the day.
I understand.
But you're talking South Park, and I got to tell you, really quick, funny one. When our older daughter was about 3, our younger one was just born, and she never slept. We were in a hotel in Boston, and we fell asleep with the television on. And my wife and I woke up. Like, have you ever seen Poltergeist, where Carol Ann is staring into the TV?
Yeah.
Our 3-year-old staring into the television on the end of the bed, and just curse word after curse word after curse word coming out of these cartoons. And my wife and I were in such a daze. But immediately, I mean, you know, when you wake up from one of those sleeps and you're like, am I hearing this? What is this? We were both like, no.
Yeah, no, South Park. My parents
South Park is a favorite.
As long as I was quiet and wasn't trouble, I could watch what the fuck I wanted at home. My parents were just happy I weren't bothering them. Do you know what I mean? So I'm in the other room watching all this inappropriate shit. Yeah.
I still play Mr. Hankey's Christmas album around the house.
Mr. Hankey, the Christmas poo, small and brown, he looks like you. Sorry, I could go all day. Literally, I could sing all the songs from Big Along. Yeah, you're going to correct me with the lyric. I know you are. Go on. Go on.
Oh no, I'm not going to correct you because I don't know it. But I'm just wondering, for an extra tier on your Patreon, can you release like a CD of all your different tracks that you're singing of like South Park, as well as
Dan covers cartoons of the 90s.
I can change. That's the Saturn Museum one. Yeah, all of the songs from Bigger, Longer, and Kurt. Shut your fucking face and go fuck out. I'm wow demonetized this today, and I fuck's sake. Craig, Simpsons, do you care?
For the family, yes, I think I would. I think I'd then make a nice little display on the miscellaneous shelf, like, because I grew up with the Simpsons as well, so
We all did. It's been there our whole lives. We all did.
So yeah, so like coming home and watching it on Sky One, that was when we first got cable.
Gonna say, like, fancy. I had 5 channels.
Yeah.
I had to wait to watch it on Channel 4.
Channel 2, thank you. BBC 2.
Yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it was Star Trek, like Star Trek, like first generation, then
Next Generation.
And then it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then it was The Simpsons at 6 o'clock. Channel 2, yes, you're absolutely
Then you had The Weakest Link and then Buffy. I actually remember.
See, times used to be easier. Times used to be easier when we were younger. Now we're channel surfing, we're arguing about what to watch. Back in the day, stick Channel 2.
Yeah, I'd been for the family and then just see where the line goes and from there. But I'd probably go for like this kind of scale.
Yeah,
so
the 4-inch for sure.
Go with the.
I hope there's a scale. I hope there's a scale that goes with the World of Springfield. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be the clever play. Like, it can be a separate line, but I think collectors would appreciate the opportunity to add a few extra characters. The same way NECA did for the 35th anniversary or whatever it was, where NECA had a line of celebrities, but were done in the same scale of World of Springfield, so they fit in with the collection.
Right.
Even though they're not World of Springfield, they absolutely fit in. Like I've got Tony Hawk. I've got Matt Groening. I've got Stan Lee. I've got
Mark Hamill,
Britney Spears. I've got them all, but they're not technically World of Springfield, but they absolutely fit in. So if these can do something similar, I think collectors would appreciate that option for sure.
Well, Jazzwares try and scale their stuff similar to the Mattel stuff, so you can mix the wrestling lines. So I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, we shall see. But Jack Pacific is not Jazzwares. That's what we've all learned. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That was on me. That's on me. I put that in the site, guys. So that's on me. Okay, cool. Enough about The Simpsons. I did want to take some time to speak about it because I do love The Simpsons so much. So there we go. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going around the board then. See if anyone's got any toy news. Jamie, got anything new? You don't have to, by the way. You don't have to.
SHF are releasing another Ahsoka that I could potentially buy, but. Other than that, it was The Simpsons that I wanted to talk about mainly. So
let's have a quick scroll. I swear I've seen Ahsoka on Toy Arc earlier. No, I don't know. She was there somewhere.
Is that the one with the stink face everybody's making fun of?
Yes. Yeah. It is.
Is it this one? Is this it? Have I found it? I know we're making it up. Is that the stink face? Oh, you can't see it. My bad. I'm staring at the screen and you can't see it.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Face.
My bad. Yeah, there you go.
But at least it's different from the Black Series one.
Looks good though.
She does look good.
The soft goods are a bit big. That hood looks a little heavy, but when you pull it down, she looks a lot better.
Jamie, this is definitely in your scale. This is in your scale, my friend.
I might have to display it with the stink face though, because it is so different.
Yeah.
All the other ones I have.
Yeah, she is not impressed. Someone's farted during that duel there. Like a clever defensive move for sure. Rush, what about yourself? Any toy news stick out to you this week?
No official news. I mean, the only thing that's actually really grabbed my attention is there's a bunch of leaks from Transformers, because this is the 40th anniversary of Transformers, and again, Hasbro hasn't officially announced all these leaks, but there's tons of leaks about tons of G1 figures being released this year to go along with the 40th anniversary, and I'm kind of excited about that because that's my bread and butter for Transformers is a G1, so I'm looking to fill out that collection on the shelf, so I'm hoping that these leaks are going to be real.
So is there a couple of names you want to throw out that you'd like? That they've maybe potentially...
I think like Springer from the movie. Actually, hold on a sec. I sent my wife the video for the Simpsons thing. So just going back to Simpsons real quick, she just translated it.
Okay.
She said that she watched the video. She doesn't give any information. She just says that's Simpsons. Asks if people liked it. She says it's cute, and she moves on to Mario. She doesn't actually say anything.
Well, thank you very much for getting it to release that for us. Tyler, thank you very much from the Who Crew community. We appreciate it. Now we know.
I'll tell her.
Yeah, because now otherwise we're all thinking there's loads of information there, and we're just bogged that we can't hear it. So thank you.
Yeah. No, it's just someone talking about the Simpsons line, then moves on to Sonic and Playmobil. So, no, but with going back to Transformers, just original, like the Seekers, the Coneheads, a lot of them are being really released, and so I'm excited about that. So, yeah, just, looking to fill out the shelves of the collections that I actually have room for still.
Well, Hasbro have officially announced that every single Wednesday, maybe it could be Wednesday or Thursday in March, there's going to be a fan stream for Transformers.
Probably Tuesday because they have Transformers Tuesdays.
All that then, yeah. So basically, one stream a week. So every single week there'll be a stream for Transformers in March. So there'll be plenty of Transformers reveals that they are spreading out throughout the month. So yeah, hopefully those lists are true and Rush can get a couple of new G1 figures. And again, G1's probably the go-to for a lot of people, isn't it? So people will be excited to see it for sure. Tanner, I'm not even going to let you pick, mate. I'm going to pick for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick, because we haven't spoke about it yet, Donnie's Lab.
Yes. So after the living room set mysteriously turned up at our house.
I don't know how I did that. Down with NECA.
No idea
let's
how
not
it
feed
happened.
these corporations.
It seems NECA have sold enough to warrant doing the lab.
Interesting.
Donnie's Lab. So this has been up. Went up last week and is up until the 1st of April. Same price as the living room set, which I would have guessed at the time. It looks interesting. I think because I have 2 cartoon layers, another one may mysteriously turn.
No, you have 2 street scenes. You have 2
street scene dioramas, is what I meant to say.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Another one may mysteriously turn up to my home because it will be, it will be a good display.
Yeah,
to have
symmetry. You've got it to fit into the other one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It looks. I mean, the one thing I thought they would include would have been the coffee maker.
Yeah.
But it isn't included here. So, again, I do like the fact that you can move the shelves. You've got the shelving units. You can block up the holes and make it look nice, and then you can line them up together. They can move from one room to the other.
Can I be honest? I genuinely think we're clutching at straws to try and justify why we are going to buy this, because I reckon initially
there is no feasible reason. As we both stated before, we're both stupid for buying the first one.
Because initially, this is underwhelming. Like, there's no denying it. It's like I expected Donnie's Lab to have maybe some more machinery, some more tech. I don't know. I just expected more. Do you know what I mean? Like, I guess maybe when you break it down and compare it to what we got in the other playset, it's probably the same. But I don't know. I just expected a little bit more. So when I've seen this, I was a bit like, first of all, I'm not surprised it's the same price. When they know people are going to, idiots like us, might cough up for the other price, of course they weren't going to make it cheaper, even though I still think they technically could have, but who am I? I don't know logistics. But yeah, seeing this, even though it's Donnie, it's his lab, of course I want it, I'm going to get it.
I mean, Donnie's your guy. There's no reason for you not to get
it. He knows. That's why he's got 2 rafts.
Donnie's your guy.
So yeah, no, I will get it. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, yeah, this is great. Please, NECA, more of the same. Like, it's like, I just hate that they've got me by the balls. Do you know, like, because I love Toon Turtles. That's my favourite incarnation of Turtles. I'm all in basically on this line so far. Maybe apart from a couple ones that I don't need. Every unique character I've got at least. Every place. The
only thing I will say with the living room set,
it's more iconic.
Is that. Well, no, it's iconic. I'm saying as an investment piece, I think that will go up in value. Same with, I think more so than this one. I think more people will pick up this one than they did that one. And I think that will be more of an investment piece and it will go up in value more than this one, I would say.
When the original layer went up, the living room, it wasn't. They basically gave everyone the impression of, we don't know if we're going to do the other ones unless this one sells well. So people didn't jump on that because they thought, well, we may not even get the others. So people tried to hold strong because the price wasn't very comfortable. And again, everyone each to their own. Spend your money however you want. But I weren't missing out on that later. That's even if we never got any of the others. In my head, we'd always have the living room, and the living room could live underneath my street diorama. So I didn't care if the other ones never came. I'd be happy with the street. But the other ones are here. I just wanted. More.
I would say the living room is the more iconic set anyway, because it's the one in every episode. They're always in it. It's the one room they predominantly show in most episodes. Yeah, Donnie's lab is here or there. Yeah, the kitchen is here or there. Yeah, the dojo here or there. But always, in one way or another, you've got that living room set, so it's got that iconic status.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't pulled the trigger on it just yet. The pre-order date is the 1st of April, so I've got until then to decide. Yes, Rush.
Two questions with this. Since you got Tanner knows more about the turtles, the anime line has kind of gone quiet. Have they deviated from the actual characters and now just doing the play sets? And with the play sets, you're saying that Donnie's lair is kind of bare. Do you think that they could sell the different machines separately, like they did with the portal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
they did
I
the
can see
portal
an
thing, so they
accessory
could
pack.
do different things to fill it with.
Yeah.
So with regards to the figures, I think they kind of release it all around about Haulathon in March, April time. They've done that for the past 2 days, and
shivers.
It's fast for the rest of the year. Last New York Comic Con and San Diego, they released quite a lot of new figures there and on the checklist as well. So there's more to come, but the way NECA do it is they release it all at once with Haulathon. With this, I can see another accessory set down the line with the copy machine, with a bunch of other of Donatello's inventions. They did the dimensional portal that we had as well. They released that last year, so you would have thought that would place nicely in Donnie's lab as it's one of his inventions. So, I think it's a case of it's all at once with the cartoon line and NECA.
There is enough out there, Rush, for them to there's enough that they've revealed. We're just waiting for it to be solicited. They've already announced that we're going to get all the original Turtles again individually in this Pizza Club format. I guarantee you they're probably a Haulathon nonsense thing. We're getting
it's like
I can see them
2 packs as well with the Samurai Turtle and the Space Turtle, which are basically armor builders because you can swap the heads and create who you want.
I can see them doing the same for Shredder as well, purely because of the fact he was a very early release.
Yeah.
Not everybody has him. It's a way to backtrack for new collectors for games.
Rocksteady and Bebop iconic characters as well, for sure, yeah.
Shredder's one of those characters that I don't have that I really, really want.
Yeah, it's just like, it seems like any new characters they haven't really, talked about. It's all like we have like the Punk Turtles, the Wrestling Turtles. As Dan said, there's the other wrestlers. It's like, but they haven't really said about any new ones. They have like the Evil Rex that's starting to show up at Targets, but beyond that, they haven't talked about anyone else.
Like variants on established characters, not unique characters.
They're so deep in the line now. Just think, April last year was their 100th figure. So I think they're so deep in the line now, they're worried that the new characters are going to be too much of a deep cut. They probably won't sell in the units that other characters would. So they're trying their best to trying to get new people on the line by re-releasing some of the popular stuff. Like, did you just say, Tom, that you don't even have Shredder?
I don't have Shredder. I've got all the other big characters, but I don't have Shredder.
Yeah, and Tom's got an epic looking collection as well. So like, I do think they're gonna need to find a way to just regenerate, get new people on the line, so they can keep going deep, and then please us that have been in there from the beginning. Because there's still plenty. Like me and Tanner did a whole 2-hour show. I threw up loads of characters I'd love to see in the Toon line. So like, there's still plenty to do.
A couple as well.
Yeah, there was, honestly, go and check out the last episode of Turtles and Tea. Me and Tanner go through what we'd like to see from Super 7, what we'd like to see from NECA and the Toon line and other places. So, yeah, there's still plenty of them to do, but Rush isn't wrong. At the minute, they've slowed down. They're focusing on these play sets. But last year, every single week in March, there was a new pre-order. So we're in March now. This pre-order lasts till April, so we're not going to see anything new, I don't think, this month. But, that dreaded Haulathon may be coming to bite us in the arsehole. So hopefully... Ali, good. Where's our Uncle Ali at? Come on, Ali, help us
Uncle
out.
Ali.
Come on, we need
American
you, Ali. Where's
friends as well.
Where's my lamp? My gold lamp. I need to rub it. Prince Ali, give me my turtles. All right, back to my repertoire. Kurt, any toy news you want to discuss?
Before we move on, can I just say one more thing?
Yes, go on.
So I'd like to congratulate the Mad Hatter with his Kickstarter successfully back in.
Yes, let's do that. Let's fucking do that.
Well, so it's a case of this is an individual character that he is in line with the Masters of Evil, Masters of the Universe Origins line. His own created character back within like a week, maybe a week and a half. It's hit its goal for everything. So it's a huge congratulations for that.
Flipper.
Yeah, Flipper. I have picked one of these up, and because I've picked one of these up, it's prompted me. Whereas I was on the fence with the Turtles Masters of the Universe crossover, I now kind of want to backtrack to get like a
Just
little
to add
world for Flipper to be in. Yeah. So yeah, it's a huge well done from me at least.
Oh no,
for that.
Mad Hatter, right, is genuinely one of my favourite YouTubers. He's just raw, he's real, he's genuine, he's funny, he's passionate, and I like seeing people I like do well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I supported Unparalleled Odious because I like Unparalleled. I liked what he was trying to do with Odious, and I will absolutely back a Flipper. Like, I'm not the biggest Masters of the Universe guy, and I won't pretend to be, but like Tanner said, I will find a way to justify it into a display. So yeah. I like Mad Hatter, and I wish him nothing but success. But he's already smashed it. Look, he doesn't need our luck.
The thing is with the middle fingers, they're only up until tomorrow. If you want the middle fingers, put in your order before tomorrow morning.
My Stone Cold Steve Austin and my WWF figures don't even have middle fingers. So, all the unlocks are out as well. All the accessories are out. There's bonus tiers. They've absolutely smashed it. I know he's got a little team behind the scenes. It's Ramen Toys as well are helping him get it over the line, which are, obviously, they've already got product out, so you know what to expect. So you know the quality is going to be there. And it's just fun, isn't it? And that's what toys should be. So look, that's everything you get, isn't it, from the starter, from the
and they're releasing a blank version, which is that, so customizers can paint them up how he likes. So
I can't paint action figures. I'm buying a painted one.
So Tanner, if you get that, I highly recommend if you start a Motu collection, backtrack and try and get the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Molar, which is the Master Universe dentist, the dentist from the Robot Chicken episode. Is like, that's a place that I would love to get, but I have nowhere for it.
So look, if you back the Flipper just to get the figure, this is everything you get. You get accessories. He's got the is it like the staff of FOMO or something like that? Isn't it the staff of FOMO?
and
Honestly,
the little robot catcher, which is a hilarious name. It's brilliant.
But you can get an interchangeable hand as well. So that gold Flipper, you can just have as a regular hand as well. So, I'm in. Obviously, congratulations. He's absolutely smashed it of the campaign. I will absolutely back a Flipper. There's the Flipper bots as well, isn't there? Like, there's glow in the dark.
You got army builders.
There's a stealth gold version, glow in the dark. Bots, there's bundles that all come with the interchangeable head. There's the plain one that Tanner was just talking about, the sort of create your own. It's just fun. It's fun. It's fun that it sneaks into a line as well, isn't it? Like it can be definitely be a character in a Master of the Universe display, like a little Easter egg for people that have gone deep. But yeah, nothing but success to this man. I do really like Mad Hatter, to be fair. So bravo.
So when are we going to design our own action figure?
I wouldn't look. To be fair, no. First of all, I don't think I'd have the support because people have. I think people like Mad Hatter. Like I think he's universally liked. I'm not. You'd get people making videos to tell people not to back my campaign, whatever I did. So I don't even think I would ever step into the Kickstarter fund. What am I meant to do? Hellfire Hank and get sued by Hasbro? Do you know what I mean? Like, it ain't happening. Yeah, I'm staying away. I will live vicariously through all the other
If I did something like that, I'd do the evil Turkish Spider-Man, just my own version of it. But I ain't got the contacts. I ain't got anything like that. I ain't got the package. It'd be a random guy just kind of get shit
you
done.
do like Mad Hatter, you create a figure that will work in with another toy line. So
Sneaky,
maybe we can create like some type of turtle, something working with the Playmates figure, or a Simpsons character.
Me and Tanner creating the fifth turtle would get hated. To be fair, as long as it weren't Venus, I think we'd be fine. No, it ain't happening.
Or a Simpsons version of a turtle. Have it be like a off yellowish green turtle.
Just an ill Simpson character, essentially. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm staying away from the Kickstarter world. I don't want that stress in my life. I love you all, and I love my channel. I love the people that support my channel. But I think I've got a lot of people out there that would not support it as well. So I'm not even going to give them. I'm not even give them the satisfaction of making one. I will just step back. Kurt,
what I will say
go on, Tanner.
Is my miscellaneous shelf. Whereas I had no miscellaneous shelf to begin with, my miscellaneous shelf based on pre-orders is now Flipper, Odious, Chester Cheetah, and that bear from the recent
Mythic
Thing line.
Legions.
Mythic Legion binder.
Bloodborne.
Went up for pre-order.
So you're gonna have Flipper riding a bear essentially with.
Oh hell yes!
There you go. On the back of the bear, like
Yeah, fuck
I'm
yeah.
maybe spacing them.
Kurt, any toy news you want to bring up, or have we talked far too much?
No, I'll keep it brief. I saw David Evan Smith share McFarlane Batman 66, Alfred, and Bookworm coming.
Oh,
So
yes.
hopefully those are not comic. Hopefully they are still television. It would be nice to see that he's not buried it.
I think McFarlane himself is just a fan of that, so he's going to keep it going and like do what he can. But I think he ran out of what he could do from the show, so he's moved to the comics. But they fit together, right? Because the Batwoman, right? Batgirl, yeah. She was from the comic, but she fits in the show line. So I think he'd try and find loopholes like that. Craig, any toy news that we haven't discussed today?
No, you've all talked too much. So.
That's true. We have talked too much. No, it's good. No, it's good. Because I'm looking to get off for 9 o'clock. I think Amanda will be happy with that. We can watch a film this evening. Right, let's race some ducks then, people. You're going to stick around for the duck race, yeah? Right, let me close some tabs. Let me just close some tabs so my computer doesn't crash on us. But some good stuff there for sure. Close. Cool. Right, okay, let's race some ducks then, people. Where is my duck leaderboard? Let me just scroll up. Right, these guys are still here, of course. But let me just throw this up on screen. Get rid of that. Right, okay, so we're about to duck race again. So this is our current leaderboard. So last week, Keith, got some extra points on the board that made him go 1 point above Little Leaf Creations, which I didn't even know until I updated the leaderboard. So Little Leaf Creations, aka Pete, you're out there. You may have a win on the board over Kurt K in the WCW.
Bloody hell!
But you are a point behind Keith here in the duck race. Is Keith in the chat, or is Keith a replay guy? Keith, if you are watching the replay, you are a channel member. So please let me know in the comments if you manage to even know that you're first place. Like, I need to know, do you even know this information? Or are you just supporting the channel and not watching? I'm curious. It's fine either way, but I'm just curious to know if people are up to date with their duck race leaderboard, because you never know, Keith. You never know. He could be coming for you, Keith. He could be coming for you. But yeah, Little Leaf Creation second place. Only 1 point though. So a 1 point for Little Leaf Creation would take him joint first. Daniel S, Classic Spidey, Dominique Smith, and lots of people are sort of joint on that 10-point place. So let's see if any of these guys can get some more points on the board today. And Tanner, good news for you, my friend. Your 3 points last week brought you back out of the minuses, and you're now on 0.
I wanted that wooden spoon.
So you're now on 0. So I've kept you on the board because you have gained points and lost points, etc. So I've kept you on the board. Compulsive Collector, our good friend John, is now the only person with minus points on the board. And I do like the wild card aspect of the racing. So I do think last place will still have an opportunity for the championship at the end of the year. I think the Quack Commissioner can groove me there, right?
Yeah, let's be nice. I need some good karma, so let's do that.
Yeah. Wild card. Whoever finishes last at the end of the year is still in the championship race, just for a bit of fun. So that's what we go. Don't we get points from WCW? Unfortunately not, because it'd be too much integration. But it's a fun idea, but it'd be too unfair for the people that ain't involved, you see. That's why I'm thinking about saving one-on-one with The Undertaker to just Will's channel, because it's going to be unfair to the people that don't have a one-on-one, even though we find it funny. I don't know. We haven't figured that out yet. But we are racing ducks right now. That's what we're going to do, okay? So the first 10 places get points. 10 points to the first place, 9 points to second place, 8 points to third place, and so on, all right? Top 10 get points. Bottom person gets minus 1 point. So that is what we're going to do today. So let me get my list up. Let me get my duck racing up. And we will finish today's stream, as we do, racing some ducks. So duck race... There we go. I've got my list up ready to go. Duck it in and duck it out. Duck it in and duck it out, says Daniel S. So yes, Daniel S, you're up there, my friend. You can get some points on the board today. You could be a new leader. That is for sure. Right, no super chats today because no one's got any money left to support the channel because everyone's been spending their money on toys, which is fine. It's fine. I understand these things happen. That's fine. Look, I'm here all the same because I've got channel members supporting the channel, so it's okay. I forgive yous. Friday didn't want to work today anyway. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. She's off gallivanting. She's not even here anymore now. So it's fine. So no extra points for anyone today, or any extra duck, shall we say. How long did we race for? 2 minutes, right? All right. No. All right. I'm sorting this out behind the scenes. Beautiful. Oh, do I need to sign in? Oh shit, I need to sign in so I can actually add everyone. Okay, 1 second. Right, Quack Commissioner, say something interesting for the people while I set this up. Anything going on in the duck world?
So
Duck Commission?
there has been some allegations of duck steroid use.
Really? Who with?
Greg Finstad.
Greg?
And he's not here. Yeah, he's not here to defend himself.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. He's always there and there about it, isn't it? And no one's even seen what the guy looks like. He's a mystery man. He could probably get away with using steroids and no one would notice.
Apparently, he hides in like street corners and street alleys with a hood over his head, like the Kermit meme, handing out duck steroids.
Do you know what?
This is a report that I've heard. I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but
could be. Look, unless Greg Finstad is here in person on a Zoom call to sort of dismiss these allegations, then for me, I consider them true. That's all I'm saying, all right? Because we need to get Greg Finstad on a Zoom call. We need to see his face. Absolutely. He's going to be, when he does come on a Zoom call, do you know, like on those crime documentaries where they have someone sit in the shadows with a like really deep
just
voice?
A black silhouette.
Yeah, just a guy in the shadows. You can't even see his face, and he'd be like,
"Oh, I know what he looks like."
with
I know what he looks like.
Robotic voice.
Cloud has a picture.
I know.
I'm not sharing it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't share it. I wouldn't share it if he doesn't want to be shared. Only until if he came on a Zoom call to expose himself, that's fair game. But I wouldn't.
It was weird. Like we've been Facebook friends for a minute, and I was just like, "Oh, let me check." And sure enough, there it was.
It's going to be like a Crime Watch remake in the shadows with a deep voice.
He's vacant. He's literally vacant.
He's the former WWE champion of many titles. He is Mr. Vacant. Right, let's go to full screen here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to shuffle 3 times as we do everything in Season 3. Shuffle once. Shuffle twice. If you are a channel member, by the way, you don't need to be here live. You just need to be a channel member and you're in. It's simple as that. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, you can sit back and relax knowing you are supporting the channel. You are involved in this duck race every single week, all right? So if you're a channel member, you're in, all right? It's as simple as that. You're in. All right, we've shuffled 3 times. Top 10 places will get some points on the board today. Our current leader is Keith. Second place is Little Leaf Creations. I think Daniel S is up there as well. Good luck to everybody except Greg Finstad. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. All right, 2-minute race. There's over like 100 ducks in there. Tariq is up there first and foremost. Damien Ristori is also the sort of the bear duck. Jay's Toy Collection, you took an early lead with Literal Action Figs down there at the bottom, but he wants to conserve some energy now and let Dom go up top. Who we got down? Eddie Rodriguez is dressed as a mermaid to try and get that early lead. Kurt K's in the middle of the park as well. Kurt K, no gimmicks for Kurt K. He is just straight up orange, yellow duck. Yeah, what did I say orange for? Arvin's there as well, no gimmicks as well. Kurt, and there's Keith. So Keith is just behind Arvin, and Keith is the current leader. So watch out for Keith, who's I think the reindeer duck. Yeah, the reindeer duck. Northern Nomad, who showed off his epic collection last week. Action figures all over the place. Our good friend Dave is a sucker out there, causing emotional damage to people. Collector Rush, dressed as the old man today. Rush, just very inconspicuous. Look, I'm old, leave me alone. But actually, he's a quick duck. So he's up there. Jason Lopez, the retweeting king, is dressed as like the Spider-Man style duck from the Spider-Verse himself. There's Dom down at the bottom as well. And then who we got? Chadwick Myers. We got Daiho. Mark Rose with the British duck coming out of the park. Cloud, you're the dinosaur duck. Do you see yourself behind Kev's Collectables there? You're the dinosaur duck coming out now, just behind Jason Lopez. But Tariq is still holding strong. Tariq up top, holding strong. No one around him at the minute. Maybe he's farted and it's worked and all the ducks are staying away. But it's slowly faded off and now everyone's coming around. So we've got Compulsive Collector who needs a point on the board because he's currently the only duck on minus points. JC Hesh up top as well is the Frosty the Snowman duck. Loki's in the middle of the park. Jerry, Chi collects. I can see Dewi. Z-Man now making a run for it down at the bottom. He's been waiting at the back. 10 seconds now. We're going to see a late rush. I thought David Emmett Smith was going to make a run for it then, but he's backed off. It seems like Chris is going to take the win today. So Chris takes the winner. Congratulations, Chris. Is Chris on the leaderboard at all? Let's have a little look at the leaderboard. I can't remember correctly. Let me scroll up a little bit. Was Chris up there? No, so Chris isn't up there. So an extra 10 points for Chris today. All right. Right, so I didn't see you the 10 places well. Let's go back. Okay, there we go. There he is. Chris, let's go back to the photo finish. There we go. There's your photo finish, all right? So do we see any regular names? Jamie!
I could see me.
Did you spot yourself there?
I'm not there, yeah. Yeah, I did see myself.
Gentle tuners around it. I think displayed once. So Rich is there. Queen V's there as well. But there's a middle park there as well. There's Craig's dot nostalgic dot collection. Don't forget those dots, people. He goes mad at you if you get those dots. Right, okay, let's have a look. So first place, Chris. Second place, Gentle Tuner. Third place is
Tibbygong
101. Thank you very much. Displayed once was there. Yes, displayed once. Fourth place. Fifth place, Jamie. Fifth place. That's not bad. That's some points on the board for you this season, right?
First points in the.
So what's that? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. That's 6 points. That's not bad. You'll take 6 points.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, 6 points. Dominique Smith, who's actually in there. Dominique Smith, I think, would get 4 points today. And then if we add those 4 points to where Dominique already is, that would give Dominique 14 points. So not quite enough to take out Pete or Keith, but more points all the same. Who else we got? Jason Lopez, the retweeting king, in 7th place. Underneath that, Dewi in 8th place, so that's 9 points to Dewi. And then Northern Nomad, oh no, that's 7 points to Dewi. Northern Nomad gets 9 points in 9th place. And then 10th place, Kurt, you made it, my friend. You got a point on the board.
Yeah, bitches.
Yeah.
That's right, Big Will. That's right.
To be fair,
put that in your league.
You do get a bit of revenge there, because just behind you in 11th place was Queen V, which is the wife, the better half of Will. So as revenge for losing in the WCW this week, you've actually beaten his wife in the duck race and took that point off her. How does it feel? Feels good, right?
I'll tell you what. I got 1 and I got 2. There you go.
Okay. Oh, Flipper is here in the flesh. No, very good, very good. And again, if you want to check out the WCW, the link has been in the description, in the chat the whole time, and in the description, of course. So let me copy this.
Last, Dan.
Dead last. Let's have a look. Dead last. Minus 1 point this season to anyone who finishes dead last. Scroll right to the bottom. Whoop, all the way down. It is California Red Devil. Oh, the Man City fans not going to be happy with that. Let me copy these results before I forget, actually, and add them to my document here. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm now looking at the board, and I can see where everyone finished without that tiny screen. Mark Tat, do you want to know where you finished?
Tell me.
Well, I'll tell you when I find it. Hang on. It's a big Tat, you finished in 18th position. Okay. 18th position. Craig ended up. Oh, Craig Knight at 17th. Just one position above Mark Tat. Rush. Where did Rush?
We was robbed. We was robbed.
Rush, you were 52nd. Cheeky Monkey Kiara.
I haven't gotten a point in the past 2 seasons, so.
You need to get down to Greg Finstad's alley.
Yeah, you need to go find Greg. Go and find Greg in that dark alley. The current leader, Keith T, finished in like the 70th position. So Keith was not about it this week. But yeah, last position is California Red Devil, minus 1 point. And just because California Red Devil, right, loves Donatello so much, I'm gonna go. Hang on, where's my? Hang on, where's?
Are you gonna do a California Red Devil?
Where is he?
Donatello.
No, where is he?
Yes.
I'm just gonna do California Red Devil here, right? There, you had 7 points. You've now got 6, mate. All right, live update of the leaderboard right there. Just because I wanted to rub it in his face in the replay. That's right.
I thought you were going to minus 100.
Hope you're watching the replay. No, I'm playing fair. I'll play fair. No, I don't know if we should do the gimmick of one-on-one with the Undertaker, because I feel bad on everyone who doesn't.
One-on-one with Donatello.
I'm not against one-on-one with Donatello.
That should be a one-off race.
Just to see if he can gain his point back.
Well, no, if California Red Devil loses and Donatello wins, then California Red Devil is no longer allowed to slag off Donatello.
That's interesting. He's not here to defend himself, though. I'd rather, if we do a bonus race, I'd rather they're here to defend themselves. That's all. No, I think we'll leave it. I think we'll leave it this week because we need to have a meeting. Basically, now we've got the WCW. The one-on-one with the Undertaker makes a lot more sense in an actual wrestling league than it does racing ducks. Because only about 10 people understand what we're even trying to do, and the Undertaker's streak got beaten anyway.
He lost his streak.
Yeah, so it's not even a funny gimmick anymore because his streak's already over. We'll beat him.
1-on-1 with Mr. Blobby.
No, I'd leave it. Look, we're just regular duck racing, and occasionally we're throwing a gimmick for some extra
We could
points.
do so much, Dan.
Look,
I say the gimmick should be 1-on-1 with different character like Donatello or Maggie Simpson, or just throw in some random character that was a toy talk for that week.
Right. Okay. Let's just for shits and giggles. Let's go. California Red Devil can go 1-on-1 with Donatello to try and gain his point back. Okay, I'll set that up. You good with that, Duck Commissioner?
I am very happy with that. I think this is going to be the most exciting race of the day.
Thank you. That's the top enthusiasm we need. Right, 10 seconds on the board. Oh, I nearly said it was 10 minutes then. No, 10 minutes. Right, everyone got 10 minutes spare? They just want to sit around?
10 hours.
No,
10 hours by accident.
Right, let me clear this list. Let me go back to this. Right, California Red Devil. You best watch the Liddy replay now. You best watch 3 hours of us talking about random toy news to get to this duck race. All right, and you best write in the comments you were here as well. Right, California Red Devil versus Donnie. 10-second race. This is to gain you've just lost the point, right? But this is to gain your point back. Look, Donatello's ready for this. Look, he's got his pipe and hat on. He's ready. He's not even taking you serious. It's like we just caught him on
Donnie in disguise.
Yeah, there you go. Donnie in disguise, one of my favourite turtles. Yeah. That's right. We got Donnie emojis in the chat. Right, California Red Devil, 1-on-1 with Donatello. 10-second race to gain your point back. If you lose, you're minus another point, right? I don't care that you're not here to even accept this. This is what happened. This is what's happening. Good luck or no luck. They're off. 10 seconds in. Right, Donnie and California Red Devil. I reckon California Red Devil might take this, because... Oh no! Donnie's like, fuck you! Fuck you! He was just teasing you.
He heard you.
Donnie was just teasing him.
He heard you with the lack of faith, Dan.
No.
And you call yourself...
No.
You say he's your favourite.
Look.
The lack of faith there.
Did I really have no faith in Donatello? Was it all part of the plan? You'll never know. Donatello was tormenting him. He was basically teasing him. He's like, yeah, I'll just keep the pace with California Red Devil. Nah, not anymore, mate. He's off. So yeah, hang on. Let's go to the leaderboard and update this.
Ninja speed.
So California Red Devil, enjoy the replay, mate, because you're now on 5 points.
No.
That was Christopher Allen.
No, you did that to Christopher Allen.
Sorry, Christopher Allen. Sorry, I like Christopher Allen. You can have an extra 10 points. You can have no.
You just gave him 100 points.
I'm joking.
Look, Gate Part 2 here.
No. I gave Christopher Allen his point back, all right? It's California Red Devil that gets 5, right? Another minus point. All right, let's update the board. All right, update the board. Very fancy Excel document I created. So now California Red Devil's down there. They're all right. You've lost 2 points today, and you can blame Donatello. Right. He might not even know. Unless he watches this stream, he'll never even know. So we'll find out in a future stream.
Lost points.
Look, if you just want to watch 3 hours of random toy talk, I don't even blame him, all right? It's just nonsense. Yous are here for the nonsense, so I appreciate yous. Right, but it's 9 o'clock. That's about 3 hours, right? Probably more than 3 hours. Yeah, we're good. Right, let's go around the board. Let's tell the people where they can find you online. Mark, tac.
So you can find me, thanks Dan. You can find me here on YouTube, on Tac Tac Toys, and of course with Dan and Tom on Joe's and Juice.
Absolutely,
and that's where you can find me.
Absolutely, I'll put Mark's YouTube in the chat right now. So if you're here live,
my URL has changed, Dan.
For God's sake, I've probably put the wrong URL in. Right, let me delete all of those. That's my own fault for getting too overexcited. You need to tell me when you update URL.
I know.
I'm going to have to update the inscription and everything now. Right, well, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Mark's on YouTube anyway, is the point.
Yeah.
Mini Plastic Multiverse. Again, I've plugged you at the start, but Tom, you've been posting some epic pictures on Instagram, so I do encourage people to go and check out Mini Plastic Multiverse, but Tom will tell you himself.
Thank you very much. At Mini Plastic Multiverse on Instagram, and as Mark says, on Joe's and Juice from that every now and again.
Yes, when there's some Joe news, absolutely, we'll try and jump on. Cloud.
I am on Instagram at cloud_network, and I'm usually here with you maniacs.
You're always welcome. Jamie, the Quack Commissioner.
At JMG Toys, and right here commissioning quacks.
Indeed he is. Collecting Rush, the YouTube channel's popping. You got 3 videos up.
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to be finishing up the fourth one, which will be the Marvel villains. So hopefully that will be up later today if I'm not too tired. But beyond that, you can find me on all social media, collecting_rush, and then on YouTube as just collecting rush.
Beautiful. All the
And
links.
real quick,
Yep.
for everyone that's been loving my videos and asking about all my backgrounds, again, I get them from the Camix Facebook group, and because the owner, the admin of that group, saw my video and loved it, this week he's been releasing or putting back out all the backgrounds for everyone to do a free download of. So if you like my backgrounds, join the Camix Facebook group and you'll find all the backgrounds there for you to use in your displays. Gotta give them a shout out.
Happy days. So there you go. Go and check out Collecting Rush. Subscribe to yourself. Go and check out all the close-ups of those backgrounds, and you can download them for your own displays. Simple as that. Easily done. Again, all the links in the description. No excuses. Tanner.
SuperTurk5000 on Instagram, Twitter, here on Turtles and Tea, and also for the foreseeable future, somewhere in the Golden Saucer on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay. Kurt K.
I'm out on Instagram, NJDebsFan33, liking all of the great work that Tom and everybody else here is doing. I'm just enjoying being an observer and the videos that all of you are creating. Just a ton of fun to be a part of this crew. And I guess if you're over on Pixels and Plastic, you could see me getting my ass kicked too.
Yeah. Look, still early. You can be an underdog. It's fine. Always root for the underdog. I was going to say, Kurt, were you impressed that Dan Who Reviews has actually started reviewing again this year?
I was, Dad. I couldn't resist.
No, it's
Really
fine.
is.
No, you're not wrong. I know I deserve it. It's March, and my channel's called Dan Who Reviews, and March is my first review. It's ridiculous.
Look, you have kept my pocket full because you are often my greatest enabler when it comes to Legend. So,
Kurt, I'm hoping if all things go to plan, I'm coming back strong. To throw those middle fingers up to my American friends and go, oh, you got that 2-pack, have you? Let me show you this 2-pack, all right? So just be patient. Have faith in Dan Who Reviews, all right? I'm coming back strong.
Get that angel first, Dan. Get the angel first.
Oh, no, if Dan doesn't get the reveal of the chameleon, the animated chameleon somehow, Hasbro is seriously like losing it.
I don't think they're allowed to now. They're not allowed to give because there's too much politics behind the scenes. But they should. You're absolutely right. They should
give him a piece of shit in a retro card for a joke. No.
Look,
he still would buy it.
I'd put it in a fancy case and put it on the wall.
He'd be like, "Oh, Dan, how much? 50 quid. I'll have that."
I'd buy 2 of them, one to open. Oh, actually, probably not. Yeah. That's not a good idea. Craig, Nostalgic, Collection, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at craigs.nostalgic.collection. And hopefully once the display's done, I'll be able to do some reels and some pictures and stuff. So
I told you, one Legend of the Liquor, maybe for the anniversary, because I think for the anniversary, I'm going to do like an 8-hour stream. I don't expect everyone to be on for 8 hours. I just think I'm going to do a longer stream and like have different guests on and I think I'm going to try and encourage people to film like a little 5-minute video of their displays and like I will play them and we'll just have like for the 4-year anniversary, just have a big extra long stream with like showing off people, especially because we've had the regulars on from the very beginning. That's 4 years of consistently being on the show, isn't it? So yeah. I think it'll be fun for people to see a little bit more in depth in everyone's collections. And again, I know it would be hard to condense it to 5 minutes, but Rush, you could do a quick run around with your camera and then we can send them to your YouTube channel for a close.
We could do a road trip down and go around the UK.
Yeah, if only. I'd love to do that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of ideas for the 4-year anniversary, which is coming up. So I'm thinking of stuff like that. So yeah, get those displays ready for sure. But let me close this poll in the chat. The question was, will Jakks Pacific do a better job with the Simpsons brand than Super 7? 77% of you think yes, they will. So 77% of you think yes, Jakks Pacific will do a better job with Simpsons. So fingers crossed, I hope so. I love the Simpsons. I've just love to see a consistent line. That's all it is. I just want to see some consistency. I'd love to back a line that had a bit of life. I don't want to back a line for it to fizz away again like the Super 7 one did. That was very disappointing. Especially when the Super 7 stuff's good. So we shall see. Too expensive though. I won't argue that one. But I'm an idiot. Could potentially spend £300 on some turtle toys.
By the way, that Crash Bandicoot was Head Start, is it?
Yeah,
They was the one
Head
that did that.
Start.
yeah, it's
Thank
a
you.
new. Yeah, it's definitely a different brand for sure. But
Still
right,
haven't opened it.
I appreciate
most
you all.
likely.
We're getting out of here. I'll play the intro to see us out. But thank you very much. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.